One big one.
You don't know because you're
one,
still not saying.
The first
you're saying
big
general
one.
information.
I got some mad angry black dude yelling at me while I'm trying to speak.
You made it seem like me looking for the moments was ridiculous.
Wasn't my statement. I said
Vlad drew several lines in the sand during the entire interview.
Yeah.
Trying to find out. Looked like Andrew Schultz might have been lying a little bit about the whole thing that happened with them not releasing their episode with Steiny.
Yeah, nah, you look like you supporting the opposition. What is this? Are you hate watching?
yeah.
I hate watching that.
It's like you got to pass a drug test to sit on this podcast.
Whew. Shout out to Jackass. Brought me out of that. Brought me out of that trance.
Thank God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we watched that shit.
I think I could put out a pretty good special in 2 years. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah.
I don't think so.
I genuinely believe that.
I don't think so.
I do.
Nobody that you respect in comedy agrees with what you're saying. That's the most crazy shit I've ever heard.
I'm also ridiculously talented.
Where are your championships? Where are your championships?
You need to watch the entirety of this video because you cannot make it throughout your life as a man without encountering a Joe Budden.
You got
How does this benefit you?
baby steps. It's the baby steps.
This is a ridiculous episode. Bum beating people. Welcome back to another installment of The Homeroom University. This is a podcast about your favorite podcast. I am your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Nobles.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
Yes, another beautiful Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We're in the building.
Yeah.
Like the video. If you haven't subscribed, do your due diligence. Thank you.
Running up on Spotify.
Run it up on Spotify. Allegedly,
or wherever you watch.
allegedly, our numbers have been, phenomenal.
According to the charts.
According to the charts, y'all been helping us out.
And that's what that means.
Yes.
Y'all been doing y'all job.
Yeah, that's a
Y'all
fact.
been supporting us. Y'all been doing what we said. Y'all, hey man. love
Everybody
y'all
playing
niggas.
their part in this relationship. It's kind of beautiful.
It is.
We providing the consistent content and the work.
Yep.
They come back to support it every time it happens.
Yeah, and if you didn't listen last week, don't forget. You know what I'm saying. We pour. Help us out. Stream us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those different types of things. Help us boost those numbers up.
And never
You know
forget
what I'm
those
saying?
office hours in the comments. We need those. That helps us wrap the show up. That's how we get the viewer interaction.
Hey, go ahead, get your bachelor's degree. Subscribe to that Patreon too.
Yeah.
Get in on that undergraduate program. But I mean, we can just jump right into it. We don't like to waste time over here. We like to get straight to it.
Yeah,
Make sure y'all watch it. Make sure y'all watch our Patreon. We did a podcast review on our Patreon.
Yeah.
So,
you ain't gonna say him? You gonna disrespect him?
No, I'm not gonna disrespect it. It's a surprise.
Because it wasn't supposed to go down like that.
It wasn't supposed to go down like
yeah.
that. It just happened.
It just kind of happened.
And originally,
It's good. It was great main show content. It just happened on the
But
pre-show.
it is somebody you know.
It is definitely somebody you know. But yeah, let's just jump right into it though. Yeah, one more for it, right?
Nah, but it would have been two on the nose.
Okay. All right, so I think it's only right. The biggest news in the podcasting space that's happened over the last couple days is Joe Rogan has signed a $250 million non-exclusive deal to Spotify.
We need a cash register signed.
A deal that's worth $250.
Yeah,
Word.
a deal that's worth $250.
Non-guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which is also another important facet of that.
Yeah. And that's a direct. That action alone is a direct opposite of what I said last week, where I said,
Yeah.
them niggas ain't giving him no
Literally.
money.
And that shit was crazy because it literally happened.
Bro, it just days after I said it, bro.
He could still post on YouTube and other platforms.
He's pretty much backed exposure-wise.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The fact that it's non-exclusive, you know what I mean? That part That part's not surprising. Just because people having your show locked behind one exclusive service, it's just not as feasible. That was more of a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
I just can't believe they upped the score like that.
I just think it's a sign of failure that they made it non-exclusive.
You think so?
I don't think Joe Rogan's fans, well, of course millions of them did, but I don't think they got the turnover that they were expecting from that.
Nah, I think they did.
I don't know.
No,
because
they definitely did.
Wait,
they're not upping the score like that.
Nah, they
did.
It's non-guaranteed.
Joe has
The
more
first
leverage.
250
Look
was
what I did for
guaranteed.
you.
It seems like the way that they framing it, they're trying to that both parties are trying to save themselves in a sense.
Nah, I'll make
Because
you.
if it was very successful and everybody from Joe Rogan's YouTube came over to Spotify, there's no reason to stop that from happening. As a company, you would want that. if it's beneficial for you to have it. But
They
the
already
fact that
got it.
I'm not too sure about
But it
that.
wasn't
Nigga,
beneficial for them to have it.
Can somebody else say a point? Fuck me. But nigga, I'll meet you in the middle though. Maybe not that the business was bad and like it was a failure, but
Not failure,
possibly like just some loose change they didn't know about, especially because like I'm mainly watching Joe Rogan on YouTube where I'm not supposed to be.
The clips.
So it's like that's probably the angle where it's like, okay, we might as well just let him do it because other people are doing it and we're not making money for it.
And you could also leverage those views into more ad revenue, especially if the main episode just on Spotify isn't really pulling crazy numbers, which it is. Like,
all right,
me
well,
saying
real
Joe
quick-
Rogan not pulling crazy numbers is probably like
it's outrageous.
It's just
Millions
crazy.
of
He's
views.
still
Yeah,
pulling
yeah.
millions of views and it's probably
it's nowhere near the leverage they would have if they could account for all views on all platforms, just opposed to trying to
Yeah.
get people to watch it on Spotify.
And
It's
that-
a bigger batch.
and that
I don't
could
know.
be
For some
where,
reason, the way you're speaking about it, it makes me feel like you read an article that I'd missed completely.
Nah.
Because I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, in my mind, okay, the first deal was worth 150 million. These niggas are not upping the score another 100 M's or a valuation of another 100 M's if they didn't make it. I don't take an L and then say, man, let's double up on the round.
Exactly.
Let me add another 100.
Exactly.
I'm not
Like
saying
that
it's
doesn't
either.
even match at all to me.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not a complete L, but it just didn't transition over as probably as crazy as they thought it would. So, in giving this nigga a non-guarantee, it's almost like they take away the liability on their end to make it successful.
I don't think it's that either, because there's
bruh.
another point as well too where it's the re-up, you have more negotiating power.
and I think because he's able to post on Twitter and X and like it's that same thing, but like YouTube
We
and
got-
all these
yeah,
other
I get what you meant,
platforms,
though.
that's probably you can probably just give him more money based off of that because it's going to be more ad revenue, like you said. But I don't think it was a failure. I don't know if it was
I
a
don't
failure.
think it's
It wasn't
complete
close to it at all.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it was anywhere
I mean, but do
close
you know
to
the number?
Nah, I'm telling you that it
the
just
number of what?
The number of people that came over.
Nah, but I'm saying that if I bring somebody to my platform,
Yeah, I think it was
they're already
average. I think
there.
he averaged 10 million an episode.
I think Joe
he did average 10 million an episode, and that being exclusive.
crazy. And,
Nigga, what? I don't see where your point is.
I get what you're saying, but Spotify, they've completely shifted their platform for podcasts and for other different things,
Yeah.
like things of that nature. So I think the deal went good. It probably
Nobody-
went better than expected. You get
Nobody
what I
can,
mean?
and that's another thing too. It's like them opening it up. Academics had a really good video breakdown. We could watch a little bit of that possibly, but
What was he talking about?
Academics had a good breakdown because it's like, okay, nobody's signing an exclusive deal at all anymore. Like that's just not happening. Niggas are gonna sign deals, but like exclusive behind the paywall, that's not happening no more because that's not the culture of where podcasting is at. Years ago, that was a regular thing. We heard somebody was exclusively there, exclusively here, but like a re-up deal on top of that. He obviously already had a serious amount of negotiating power on deal number one. And another thing, it's like Joe Rogan. This is Joe Rogan still, so this is anomaly situations anyway. Like nobody else is going to get anywhere
On
near
Spotify's
this.
part. Because Spotify...
In life. Like
Yeah.
like nobody. Like this would be crazy if I get contradicted next week. But like nobody's even touching 50 mil, or there's no signing of a 50 mil podcast in the next year or two, probably. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this re-up is evaluated at 250, and the first one was already at $150, that's insane.
Why
But
don't
on
you?
top,
My fault. But why don't you think they would guarantee it if they had so much confidence in it?
guarantee what?
The 250 million.
Because the way that it's working is he's getting a piece of the ad revenue. That's why. So
Was he not always doing that?
No, it was more of a flat
Licensing.
payment.
Because I
And
thought
licensing.
I thought I saw somewhere that like the way that they were leveraging putting ads on Joe Rogan's podcast was that you had to put podcast ads on all the podcasts on Spotify.
That's what Academics was pretty much saying. Joe Rogan is such a mega force. Joe Rogan is essentially an entire TV network, right? Like him alone moving his show is moving 10 to 20 million people in unison, which is insane. So if you have the hit show, most of the eyes are going to be there, period. So that's what podcast networks do. So like just in general. So like a podcast network, if you have a hot show on a network, Blue Chew comes in and says, I want to pay you $1 million for a 30-second spot or a 15-second spot. And it's like, cool, that is for sale for $1 million, but you also have to buy 5 other shows. That's the purpose of the network. It connects you to that bread. So by him being able to go everywhere, it's opening up how much money Spotify can sell. Because if he's exclusively averaging 10 million on Spotify alone, but now he's available to the world, his average is now about to be 25 maybe million.
Do you think that Joe Rogan needed help getting connected to the bread? Because that was another question I wanted to ask y'all just on this topic.
Yeah.
Does Joe Rogan need Spotify?
No. Well, but in money like this, you don't turn money down like this down.
I think it's the streamlined process.
Yeah, at
it's
this
just
point,
like
this is extreme streamlining.
It's everything on the back end. You
This
get
is
what
crazy
I
streamlining. Like, okay, can Joe Rogan make $250 million in his lifetime at some point? Well, we can just say in the last 5 years, on paper, it looks like he's made $350 million, right? Just like we can just generally say that. That's what it looks like.
Well, probably half.
Or maybe half, but long story short.
He does live in Texas.
But either way, it's like based off both deals, we're at $350 million over the last 7 years. Most people, in period, can't do that. So it's like he could do it, sure, but how many people are getting it in a fucking span of 7 to 10 years? That's insane. Like, and in terms of those numbers, nobody can compete with that. Like, you signed to the bag. But you have more leveraging power.
That's the biggest thing. It's like, if I came to your company and did my shit, like I can talk my shit.
Obviously, this first 150 was so good. You can't look at Joe Rogan as just a podcast anymore. You have to look at Joe Rogan as somebody who has the eyes of 10 million people every week. That's how he's looked at.
Yeah, so that's the only reason he's worth $250 million.
Four times a week.
You're purchasing his audience.
4 times a week.
That's the point.
But
that's the point of every podcast. That's why you so ad space. They don't really give a fuck about what you do specifically. They just like that people like what you do.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, Joe Rogan is a single entity doing what like nigga Piers Morgan not even doing. Like Piers Morgan probably
he's doing bigger. A single entity is doing bigger numbers than the network.
Bro,
That's
crazy.
It's insane, bro.
That's
It
crazy.
really is crazy.
Like him, like who's bigger, him or Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast probably. Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
This nigga got Espanol channels. Nigga.
Yeah, Mr. Beast got like 200 on
Yeah.
the English channel.
But that's
on
on
the
the
English channel.
yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question because Joe is on more.
Mr. Beast is crazy
platforms.
though.
Mr. Beast
This
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
It is. It is.
Mr.
It
Beast
is.
is crazy.
It is.
Shout out Mr. Beast. Allegedly, y'all, his burgers was fucking ass though, but
Yeah, they're trash. So yeah, Joe Rogan signed that deal. I did have that article in there too. Where the fuck
250.
did I put that?
So nobody's signing a deal like this again? Not even for like a 1 mil, 2 mil low ball? I still see that in the future.
Maybe
for
one
sure.
or two, but not over 20.
Nobody can relate to this many people as Joe Rogan can.
Nobody just has as many people. Yeah, zoom in so I can read this.
They're gonna do the continue thing with me,
What are you talking about?
where they don't let you watch the whole thing. Or read
But
the
you
whole
got to
thing.
pay for a subscription.
Yeah.
You know, this is ridiculous.
Wall Street Journal.
The Wall Street
yeah.
Journal.
Why did I put
Y'all
this
niggas used to
article
be reputable.
Yeah.
Look how cheap the Wall Street Journal is, $1 a week.
It's almost like why they even charging for this.
Nigga, it's like a newspaper.
Bundle and save.
It is a newspaper. Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
It's
But
like
still, $1 for the digital journal. Yeah, nah. We want to do our research somewhere more
free.
non-credited.
Yeah. Let's go to Twitter.
Nah, nigga.
Twitter don't have all the
Let's go to Twitter,
answers.
nigga.
But yeah,
But nah, man.
the Joe Rogan thing is really interesting. I was gonna watch a video. I found 2 videos on YouTube because once I saw this come through, I was like, I have to understand the full growth of this podcast, like, because now I need to understand the inner workings. Like, I just want to know what the history is because I know he's been around for a long time. You can go back to that article. I'm gonna read it, but I just want to know what the buildup was because he's been doing this podcasting way before I even knew it existed.
Build up of what?
Just how you get from starting a podcast to signing deals for $350 million in 2024.
It's
Like,
not-
It's never
It's
going to happen again. He's the only person.
Yeah, and it's not no like magical come up either. It's like he was.
I know, but I don't know that story at all. Is what I'm saying.
You got to think.
He, was
He
just-
popped up and he was the nigga. Like, I already knew him from Fear
You
Factor.
found him and like he just
But do
popped
you
up.
know?
Yeah, I mean, I had already been known
you
like
know?
he was doing a little.
No, y'all
But
don't
I had
know.
called it.
I'm talking about the story, like the documentary of beginning to now. That's what I'm talking about.
Of what? Just him in entertainment or him in the podcast?
Him in podcast.
Yeah, it started literally him in his crib, a camera, young Jamie, shout out young Jamie, of course.
Young Jamie wasn't always there though.
He wasn't always there. I think it was another nigga before him.
Yeah, it was some other white dude.
But it wasn't like no magical story. He was doing his other thing on the side. Of course, mainly doing UFC commentary, which was his main thing. But
this was after Fear Factor.
It built up.
350 million there's nothing shy of. That's all magical.
It built up so naturally because he had been doing it for 10 to 12 years, accumulating and interviewing a wide range of like different people. So it's like, of course, you're going to accumulate a wide audience.
It's magical because he's the epitome of the American dude.
Exactly,
you
he's a
understand,
white dude.
White dudes are the majority of people in America. You got to think, this nigga likes to fight. This nigga likes to bow hunt. He eats elk. He works out. He has all the interests of the average dude in America.
He needs vitamins, not takes.
Why does that story sound so crazy, AJ? What are you trying to find out? Like, where was the flip? Are you trying to say like where was the what was the big point where it just went crazy?
I'm letting y'all go because y'all sound like y'all know just as little as I do. What I'm saying is,
what answer are you looking for?
What I'm saying is, I found 2 videos and I want to see the moments when shit shifted. Nobody starts a podcast and grinds it out to deals that are this big one day. There was key moments that happened in the history of the Joe Rogan Experience, and I don't know what they are.
That's what you're missing. You think that this shit was intentional. Joe,
I don't think it was intentional. Something happened to get him to fucking 250 million. No, just like I don't know.
He's talking about the
You're trying.
He's talking about the big trajectory.
Are you talking about like a singular moment?
There is no
all little
on the
moments.
podcast that made it go real viral. Like,
Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan because he won this amount of rings.
Yes,
we can watch all the series in history. Y'all don't even know what championships this nigga won.
There's no specific. There's no. You gotta understand, right? When he's sitting down and talking to like. Really, there's no plan. It's Duncan Trussell. Like when he's chilling down talking about shrooms with Duncan Trussell, and it just so happens to get 500,000 views.
So that's the interview that I want to know.
Yeah.
That's the moment that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You don't know which one it is. Is it when you talk to Elon Musk?
Yeah.
But I know that's too.
You're thinking about it too simple. You're thinking about it just in terms of like
it's so much more
like
nuanced
real
than that.
surgical.
Yeah.
It's not like just one thing just blew him up. You got to think. This nigga had one of the first podcasts ever.
You think Elon? Like, first of all, he was already big. He might have been bigger than Elon because Elon came to Joe Rogan podcast for a reason. So it's like it wasn't.
That's so late. He was already clocking
he was already
average
clocking at that point. He was already clocking.
So I'm saying,
but
y'all don't know just as much as I do.
Put it this way. If you had the Shannon Sharp story and you told that shit and he did this, he went to first take, boom, that's a big moment. He did this. He had Cat interview, boom, Cat took him off the stratosphere on YouTube.
How did the nigga
what
get
are
here?
the moments that made him climb step by step?
Right.
What are the rungs on the ladder?
What
are the rungs on the ladder that took him there?
No, it's not. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Talking to archaeologists. It gets crazy. It gets very crazy. Talking to crazy archaeologists, talking about shroom stories. Are you excited? This is some real shit.
I've watched some of these.
Yeah.
This
a
is
lot of these.
So imagine 12 conspiracy theories, aliens. It's not just one particular thing. You gotta understand. He's dipping his hand in so many different pots.
Give me 3 moments.
Yeah, it's not just one.
So like give me
3 big moments.
3 big moments.
There's more than 3. There's way more than 3.
There's 75 moments probably.
Oh, more than that.
Give me the first 3. That's what I want to know.
One big one.
What you don't know, just like I don't know.
The first of all, no. One big one.
You don't know
because
you're still not saying shit.
The first
you're saying
big
general
one.
information.
I got some mad angry black dude yelling at me while I'm trying to speak. What is up with y'all niggas?
Jesus Christ.
We got buttons. Take this.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga. I'm just saying. I'm
It's
trying
hard
to
to
tell
think
you.
with all this screaming.
Y'all are just digging the same hole. We don't know the moments. That's all you're saying. You just keep throwing these
what
blanket
you gotta
statements
understand
out.
is Joe Rogan was already a thing that was moving, and not in an underground sense, but in a way that we weren't paying attention to. So
And
then
I
you
want
get
to know what those are.
Hold on. During the pandemic, right? That 2019, 2020 era,
crazy.
That's when Joe Rogan really got into that space of like, oh my God. This nigga is rivaling CNN, NSBC, with Fox News and all them niggas because of the takes on the pandemics and shit. So that's a singular moment, but you gotta understand.
And that's still
all that did was make niggas like you know what was happening with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was already an entity.
But what happens
I knew
is
that too.
So if that's what you're asking, it's the whole Corona thing. He was already getting millions of fucking views. But
I got you.
Yeah,
You can't say the word?
Yeah.
But
It's they
about
flag.
about the sickness.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but
The plague.
and around when you were talking about the plague and the sickness, Fox News and all these other platforms was like, hold up, this nigga is bigger than us and he has opposing ideas. We have to say something about this. That's when they started saying derogatory things about Joe Rogan, and then
It got even
unbeknownstly, it backfired and did the exact opposite.
So you're saying one of the big some of the things that took him there was his adversity. The people who were on the other side talking about him being this big growing media entity.
What you got to understand was he was the only media outlet.
He signed the $150 million before the pandemic.
Joe Rogan.
So we're still missing the
Google that.
championship.
Joe Rogan. Google that.
It's not even. Yes, he has.
Was already a cult figure.
He had already earned the 150 before the fucking pandemic came through. And going back to again,
2020.
Y'all are still talking blanket.
When did the pandemic start?
2020.
2020.
That one 2019?
No, it's 2020. It started
Google
in 2020. It started in 2020. I'm telling you. That's why I got my house.
Google it.
I'm trying.
I don't trust you. This is a heated argument.
All right.
There's no trust right now.
All in all, if you're looking for like one heated moment.
That says 2019 loan.
No, I want to know
You didn't
this.
buy your
I want to
house.
know the 70 heated. I want to know the 70
December.
I want to know the 70 crazy moments that happened that put Joe Rogan in a position to
China.
sign the first $150 million contract. And then I know everything since then, but I know a lot from before the 150. I'm just saying, just like Michael, y'all don't know just as much as I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You're still throwing
because you're asking.
don't know anything.
You're asking like.
Yeah.
You're asking like. What made Michael Jordan win all those chips?
I'm not.
Can I speak? What is up with y'all? Can I speak?
Go ahead.
What I gotta speak? So it's one of those things where like I'm naming something and you're like, no, not that. It's like, no, it's him talking to his friends, the archaeologist nigga, the dude who what was that the alien dude name?
Grand Steph?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
Bob Lazar. It was like
was a good
all of these little things that, and first of all, that's kind of late because that's probably was like 5-6 years ago. We can go further back with Duncan Trussell. It's literally so natural. It's not some like, what is this big thing? He's white. He hunts.
Right. Can I ask a question?
He's in MMA.
Can I ask a question?
He's cool.
But I want to use
dude.
his analogy real quick just to close the point, and there you go. But you're asking what you said. You're asking why did Michael Jordan? How did he win those championships? No, I'm asking you what years did he win those championships, and what were the moments? That's what I'm asking you. Using that same analogy, name all the years that Kobe won his championships and Jordan won his championships. That's how he became
I think I have something
who
better.
he is today.
I think I have something
I'm
better.
asking about the specific moments, not when he just blanket statement spoke to these archaeologists, spoke to these people.
Right.
I want to know
Right.
what happened 20 years ago
Right.
that set him apart from the pack, besides him just being the first person to do it. What person did he speak to? What move did he make? That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Specifics, not blanket statements. I can say the Breakfast Club had a shit ton of blanket statements, but I also know we'll put them on because they've also said it. The Ray J moment. We can name a moment in history for the Breakfast Club that turned that show up, and then after that, it's 1,000,001 instances. It's
Right.
the Birdman, it's the Dame Dash
it's the
interviews, it's
Soulja Boy,
it's all these things
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm saying what were the moments, not these blanket statements, the archaeologists, all that other shit. You don't know, just like I don't know, and it's okay to not know. You just can't say he just got there.
Type in Joe Rogan archaeologist. It's gonna pop up.
But
like
no.
I'm sorry, I don't know the
goddamn.
specific.
The nigga
like,
had 3,000 fucking episodes, and this nigga.
like you don't know white people, and that's fine. You don't know white people. Y'all don't know white people. I'm saying.
I know white people better than you,
wait,
for sure.
You don't know white. Just because you've been here longer
Okay,
than me, don't
before
know
y'all
white
niggas
people.
is fighting about this shit, let me ask a question. I think another way to pose this thing is the Jordan thing again, right? We're not asking when did he start averaging 30. Like if he's already averaging 30, cool. He's been averaging that. We're saying what are the flu games? What are the flu games? Like what is the game that was like, oh, this nigga scored 63 this game? He's already averaging 30. We know that. He's doing that. That's what he's doing.
That's all that's
so he's always but he started before he averaged 30, he averaged 15, he averaged 20. And those are the things you're talking about. He's been doing it. It's just a grind. He's getting it. He's getting it. But after he's gotten the grind.
Okay, this basketball analogy is getting ridiculous.
I'm saying after he's gotten the grind, like what are the
Like
flu
when
games?
did Joe Rogan have 6 turnovers in the playoffs?
But when did he drop 45? When did he drop 60?
I
Like
want
what
all
are
the
the
Joe
ones?
Rogan-
Like what are the big ones?
Yeah, I want all the
That
Joe
kinda
Rogan
Joe Rogan-
experience.
Oh,
Do
go
the
ahead, my
jumps a little bit more.
Yeah, I want all the Joe Rogan Experience super fans to drop in the comments and name all the crucial moments in the Joe Rogan Experience. That's what I'm watching the documentary for. That's what I'm gonna watch it for.
Joe Rogan is so big, is that my moment is possibly different from his moment. And some white dude's
true.
moment that's watching this now
That's true.
is probably different for your moment. And that's
true.
why, like, that's y'all are asking
That's true.
something that's so specific that it's like, nigga, what?
Out of
This nigga
3,000
started in his
episodes.
kitchen, dog. He was just doing podcasts when he wasn't commentating. And that's what he said. Like, it's literally, like, I've been watching Joe Rogan for a long time. I watched enough videos to where he's vaguely kind of talked about his come up.
The success.
It was literally like, yeah, man, you know, I just was chilling, you know, I had a camera. We were just talking. I wasn't doing UFC commentary. I was doing Fear Factor. Fear Factor. If that's what you're saying, that I guess might have catapulted his fame
Might.
in regards.
He's just looking. He's looking for one specific viral.
I'm not looking
one.
for.
It's
I'm
not
not
one.
looking for
It's not
one.
one.
I'm looking for 75. I'm looking for however
He
many
has
there are.
3,000 episodes. You see, the thing is, right?
You think
He's
he hit
got-
100% on all 3,000? Fuck no.
Do I think he gave 100% on all
I think-
3,000? That
do I
wasn't
think-
the original question.
No. But you're saying he has 3,000 episodes, so like
But
you
listen,
don't shoot at 100%
he has
on every
3,000
episode.
episodes where he's talking to a person who has damn near a completely different demographic than him.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a fucking I couldn't even put a number to it. He gets a new audience every time he has a cast member on. And you gotta think, the niggas talk to everybody for years before it was even cool to do that shit. So if you into archaeology, you might not even know who Joe Rogan is. You find Joe Rogan through this. And
Absolutely.
now you along for the
Absolutely.
ride.
But
So that's why it's not like this one moment where Ray J
It's not
called
one,
in,
but it's
cracked
still
the
not
fuck
one
out.
moment. It's still not one moment. But at the same time, if he's into archaeologists, he's talked to 7 archaeologists, which was the one that made a bigger boom than the other 6.
I think you niggas-
So it's just,
Exactly.
It's just more of like it's
Graham
just like
Stephan.
a few of the things like that. So okay,
Just
Spotify.
one-
The
but we-
Spotify deal. The
name
Spotify
niggas.
deal is
Pause,
one
don't
moment.
like the names of the game.
Pause. One of us is playing semantics. One of us is doing it. Like one of us is like just like bullshitting right now.
No,
No,
it's
I
not
think what it,
bullshit.
I
It's
think
not
what it
bullshit.
is.
I think it's very clear what I'm asking. I don't think you're understanding what I'm asking.
I think you're neglecting how slow this process took.
No, I'm
No,
not.
we're not saying
Like,
that
because
either.
you're making it seem like there was one or
No.
like several moments
That's
that
not
just
what- no.
slowly
I've
blew it
said
up.
so many
This shit
times
has been the
there's
slowest
75
growth.
moments.
Yeah, 75 moments that like
I've said that it's dozens of
different
times.
ones that like
if there's dozens of moments, there's hundreds of moments out of 3,000. What are the moments?
Sasquatch stories.
That's fine. But what Sasquatch episode is the one that
He has a billion of them.
He
That's
wants
why
to
it's
go
so
back and
hard with
watch
Joe
it.
Rogan.
But he wants to go back and watch the one that was like a big boom in comparison to
Bruh,
others.
growth just doesn't. You don't just pop out.
We've been here for a
Growth, slow growth isn't. Bruh, never mind.
I know what you're
Y'all
saying.
drop it in the comments.
We've been here for a minute.
yeah. It's just
A slow growth is a slow growth, but throughout the life
Bro,
of a
when you're
slow
looking-
growth, there are high points.
Bro, when
so
you're looking
looking
at
a graph,
analytics, bro,
yeah, there's high
come on,
points,
bro.
and then it goes back down to the
Shit's
regular.
going up, shit's going down.
Look, we just had a high point. People are gonna say the Joe Budden thing was one of our first big moments that took us up. After that, we have a new average now. Next moment we have that we do something big, it's gonna take us up, and now
That's
we have
what
a
I'm
new
saying.
average, and then we're gonna keep doing the grind. But there are gonna be big moments that take us another level, and then it's like, damn, these niggas is really doing it. And then what are those moments where we can look back and say, what is the trajectory
Right.
and what made this nigga pop little by little? Like, so yes, he's doing the grind, and it's all that, and he's doing it better because of all the different people he's talking to. So, like to y'all's point, there's a bunch of different sectors that are gonna find it at different areas, but there are still big moments throughout the whole trajectory that probably took it from here to here, and then
Bruh,
you got a new
niggas
even
don't-
playing field.
Niggas don't do
That
just
type of shit.
niggas just don't do something and they just keep gradually growing every time. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen how you're trying to describe it. How he just kept getting better. He just kept interviewing more people. No, there's moments that jump the overall business. That's what I just want to know what those moments are. That's it. Of course, all 3,000 contributed to it, but there's highlighting episodes all 3,000. Out of those 3,000, there might be 400 highlighters that took the business to another level every time. That's it.
I mean, look, I tried. Look, we named about 5, but if you want 75,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to
It's
do
like,
that
that's
for
not
you.
happening.
So if
It's
you need
3,000
75
episodes.
moments, We got 5 for you.
No,
we need 70
hold on.
more.
If you need 75,
we need 70 more.
We got homework to do.
This is the thing. The only reason we got
Just
here
pop quizzes.
is because I said I want to do I want to watch these 2 documentaries that I saw about the history of the show, and y'all were like, "This nigga's been booming." Like, you made it seem like me looking for the moments was ridiculous.
Wasn't my statement. I said. Somebody did say that, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
That's definitely how we got. That's definitely how we even got here.
After you said that, I was just like, it wasn't a magical thing. That's how we got here. I was like, nah, it wasn't some like magical, like, oh, this moment. It was kind of in a sense like people fell in love with Joe Rogan as a character.
We were taken away from what the grind was.
And it's one of those.
A lot of people already love Joe Rogan as a character when he started the podcast.
Yeah,
because the nigga was already famous.
To your
Joe's
point,
been doing it before we were born.
To your point.
Literally, we don't even know what that life. We don't even know what that shit was.
He was. Wait, what you mean? What's
he used to work. He used to work. Y'all don't know white people. He used to work construction. He used to get bullied a little bit. I could tell the whole story, but that's not even.
Karate in high school.
But regards to your point, though, I lost it. But it was semantics. But nigga,
you can never tell a white man he don't know white men. So calm that down first. Like, I know white people.
Yeah, you won.
You're a hack.
You won. You slimy dog.
What's Joe's middle name?
Shit.
Testosterone.
Where's some more white? We gotta talk about. Where's some black people?
All right, yeah, let's move over to the next.
Let's talk about Candace Owens.
Yeah, I'm hyped now.
Gotta warm everybody up. All right, so we in it now. Candace Owens.
Nah, I'm playing.
Damn, starting off Black History Month. She's starting off Black History Month talking about Sexy Red, and I don't know if this is the energy that she's about to present for the rest of the month. She's about to just highlight all the things that are wrong with the black community.
The irony of, being Black History Month.
Yeah, and it feels like that's where she's going, which is just devilish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Like when I saw the Sexy Red video and she was like, what a better way to start off Black History Month. I was like, every day or every show are you about to tell us what's wrong with the black community during Black History Month? That's wild.
She knows exactly who her audience is. They're gonna eat this up.
She does.
But do you really care about black people if this isn't what you're doing? Like, you know what I mean? This is probably the best time to be talking about, like,
this is
what we need to fix.
It's going up. Yeah.
Maybe.
She went in on this dude. She went more in on more in on Sexy Red's label owner or whoever the person is that signed her than Sexy Red. She definitely went in on Sexy Red. But like,
you always go after the parent
because
she
she
pretty
probably
much go after the bag. Pretty much.
She knows the inner workings probably of how this really
nobody
works.
Pops up
because she kept talking about how like this is what they are pushing onto our community.
Exactly.
This is not the black community. She said this 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, this is not us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what Candace does. This is why niggas hate her. And then it's like, this is why she gets the COON, because it's like the average black person gonna be like, bitch, you gonna do this during Black History Month? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but is this why people should love her?
Is it why they should love her? I don't know.
A lot of people live,
but I don't know. It's just like
most people
timing,
live. Most people live.
Yeah, I don't know.
Most people live life on the edge, like on one extreme side. So it's like you're always gonna have people that call it that word. Yeah. But for the most part, I mean, she don't be lying. Like, even in the video, she was like, nigga, look at this. This is a birthday shower. Look at what she's doing. They're over there doing pistol guns and twerking. Like, nigga,
and then she was like, I'm not even going to put this on the screen because it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
God damn.
I'll just show you a snippet of what was happening.
It's almost, she don't be lying, but the only thing with her is that, like, in a sense, it's almost like she's trying to help black people as entertainment for white people. That's the only thing that's against her. Like,
for sure. That's the issue. Like, that's why most people hate her.
Niggas giving her a lot of praise. I was like, let's not forget.
But how can you frame what she's doing toward our people?
I don't think that's the issue, though.
How can you frame what she's doing? Like, what she's doing, how can you make it for us and not for the white people? Like, how could she?
Because it's not the white people's fault, but white people are alive. We can't make everything about white people. Just because they watching, like, and that's the problem, right? Accountability.
And she really doubles down too, because she's on a conservative. She's on a conservative network, so she's like direct vein into like that audience.
She knows exactly what course she plays on.
But I can shit on niggas for 10 minutes and just put it on YouTube, and it can end up in anybody's algorithm. It can just end up on black algorithm.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's YouTube. It can literally go international. So it's just.
And from what I saw, like in this video about like when she was talking about Sexy Red, it was nothing that like sounded demeaning to black people. You get what I mean? It was kind of like saying like how we need to change. You know what I'm saying? Like no black lady needs red hair and like, you know, with her ass out and shit. Like
At the baby shower.
At the baby shower.
Yeah.
What the baby even get? They didn't even show the presents.
Hey, that sounds very specific. No black lady needs red hair at the.
And which was why I was about to
Yeah.
say, is this about black people or is this about this particular bitch? Because
Exactly.
Sexy Red isn't the average black woman.
Which is
regardless of what you think, like what kind of
No,
misconceptions you have.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the fact that she goes on her platform and tries to portray this like this is the average bitch and I'm one of the good ones.
And that's the thing. We don't.
You get what I'm saying? Look at her and look at me.
Yeah, and then I think, well, let's watch her speak on it a little bit.
Sexy Red. Have you heard of this artist? Probably not if you're listening to this podcast. I certainly had not heard of this artist
She
until
knows
a
who
couple of
listens
weeks
to
ago.
this.
And I wear that like a badge of honor. But let me tell you about her and tell you why she is relevant. Sexy Red has
Look at the
3.2
photo, yeah,
million
crazy
followers
photo.
on
Crazy.
Instagram. She's got 1.2 million followers on Twitter. And on TikTok, she enjoys 1.8 million followers. So what are they following? Well, a lot, apparently. By the way, she went to a high school in St. Louis, Missouri a few weeks back, and they rejoiced. They were already listening to hip hop music. Suddenly, Sexy Red walked into the gym and they went absolutely crazy. The students were like, oh my goodness, Elvis is back from the dead. Eventually, the school officials wanted her to leave because it
Even though
caused
breakfast
such
is
a
over.
ruckus.
What the
So
fuck
yeah,
is that?
That was
she's
Elvis?
kind of a
That was
big
weird.
deal.
Michael Jackson.
But she became a bigger
she
deal
knows what
last
she's bro.
week when I
Hip-
declined.
hip-
She knows who, that's the point though. She knows
true.
exactly
That's
who
true.
they
That's
would
true.
understand.
That's fucking true, bro.
That's why she's so interesting to me. And I'm like, who's writing these scripts? Why do they be hitting like this? Like they just be hitting. But this is also another thing too.
She's necessary though.
Yeah,
Because who
for
else
sure.
is gonna communicate this to white people?
Do you
like who
think
else
white-
is gonna?
Kill 'em
Oh,
right.
go ahead.
Because what? Nah. What
I was about to say, do
say?
you think white people need to understand that Sexy Red is a degenerate?
Yes.
Did that need
Yes.
elaboration?
Because you gotta understand.
You could tell by the pudge in the stomach.
Nah, man, you don't know white people too, nigga. You just like AJ, and that's the problem. White
got a
people,
white name.
they group
This is the same
everybody.
man who thinks mulatto's not a slur.
They group everybody. Hey,
like, let's just keep
whoa,
this in context.
bleep.
Well, don't verse me sick.
Mr. Menace.
You
But nah, seriously. though.
Yeah, I'm serious.
This is the same man.
But nah, because white
You
people.
are gonna have to answer for that one day.
Nah, maybe.
The beige brethren.
Well,
Literally
especially if
every
somebody-
light-skinned chick he meets, he hits
especially
her
if
with
the
it.
Menace keep bringing
you,
it up.
and you get credit for it because he refuses to accept that it is a slur.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a bigot.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I'm right here. I know that it's a bad word now, but
That sound
anyway,
rehearsed.
white people, they group all niggas in one pot like gumbo. So it's like you got to have somebody that can communicate that, you know, we're not all the same. You get what I'm saying? She's like the house nigga we need.
Fuck that.
Yeah. She's on our side though, but I can
that.
see it. I can see it.
Nah,
I can
bro.
see it.
I know where you're coming from, though. I do know where you're
Let me
coming from.
explain. Let me explain.
She's not helping us.
Let me explain.
She's helping them and herself.
No. You got to
How
understand.
does this benefit you?
Baby steps. It's the baby steps.
This is a ridiculous episode.
No.
This is ridiculous. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh. Why don't you come back with a point instead of calling my point
I'm
ridiculous?
gonna let you get it off so I can probably
nigga, look.
attack that shit.
If you think about it, right? Because I agree. Back when she was with Trump, she was that type of, she was that type of person, kind of using it for the wrong reason, her power, her platform.
What moment
But
changed?
now, I think, she got on her own. You know what I mean?
She's
She
on
got-
the Daily Wire now, right? Am I
But
not wrong?
she kind of
She partnered up.
But she kind of socially separated, and just overall her viewpoints. Like I kind of watch Candace. She kind of separated a little bit, but she's not. I never feel like she's attacking black people. I feel like she's kind of like
Hard truth.
it's the hard truth, but it's a weird mind game she's playing. But she's trying to help us, man. She's and you agree?
No.
I see that smirk, nigga.
I think it's hilarious.
You
Well,
see
this is the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
The reason that I do enjoy watching a conservative like talking points or debates and shit like that compared to like a liberal is because conservatives are funny because their morality or whatever their beliefs are are so black and white. Like it's rooted in like black and white. So it's like watching them debate somebody who's all their answers are real flexible and shit. It's just like it just discombobulates these niggas so crazy. So it's like that's the
discombobulates who? The conservative or the liberal?
The liberal.
Okay,
Because the conservative is just like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. And then if all else fails, they'll just tell you, God said it's supposed to be like
that's breaking case of emergency. Usually you don't even have to get
they
past.
They don't even normally have to go that deep.
You don't even have to get past the second argument because you can ask a conservative like, how do we fix public schools? And he'll just be like, the problem isn't the school, it's the family. But it's so black and white.
It is.
We can't talk about schools because he's worried about the dads in the house.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, I like watching them go at it and shit just because it's just like, emotionally, conservatives be unraveling these left, like they unravel these niggas so quickly, and I just be like, God damn, boy, like it's just because, like I wish you could compose yourself so you could just kind of go at it. That's why like Destiny is like, okay, I don't go crazy for Destiny, but at least he don't lose his goddamn mind.
He don't lose his mind.
He's able to like at least sift through it, even though his points be all flexible and shit too. But he's at least able to kind of move it. Like
he has a better. You go ahead.
Yeah, but most of the time when we see those interactions, it's just like them niggas hit a couple lines on them, and all hell breaks loose for the rest of
the fucking wheels fall off that bitch.
Bro.
And I think Destiny specifically has a deeper understanding of the mind frame it takes to believe in their beliefs.
Right.
So he understands, like, nigga, they don't see outside of this. Let me try to cater what I say around that.
Exactly. Right.
Which is why he actually has a conversation occasionally.
Right, yeah. But that's why I like watch it. I try not to look, I don't look too deep into like Candace.
Social commentary about Candace.
In terms of like, I'm not gonna like speak on her like, I don't really have an opinion on like, is she really out here helping black people? Like, is that her deepest mission? Like helping black people?
But she's not out here to hurt.
She might be, honestly. She might be.
What is her?
I think it could be. I think some days she could wake up and be like, I want to do this for black people. That's positive for black people. That's why I'm going to present it this way. And then sometimes I think she might wake up and be like, you know, these niggas have been getting on my nerves, and this is what I'm going to do.
Nigga, I think she wake up, seeing them ratings, and it's like, all right, this is what we're talking about today.
Pretty much, or that.
Let me piss black people off this week.
It could be nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me jerk off white women.
You can look at like somebody's like outside lifestyle, because this is her at work, of course.
Oh yeah.
You can always look at somebody's outside lifestyle. She didn't marry a white guy. You know what I'm saying? She has a family. You know,
that's a low hanging fruit, but I get it.
But
I get
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Like you could try to tie that into how she really feels.
Yeah.
But you can at the same time. But you can. But it's like it's
one of those.
It's all over the place.
It's a weird
you can
conversation.
ignore it, but you don't want to give too much credit to it.
Yeah. I don't want to. I'm not about to sit there and like really do a deep dive. Well, and get my movement. Well, you know, you did procreate with a white. I'm not about to do all that.
Yeah, Dr. Umar, 5% up.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to do all that.
It is a weird thing though, but I mean, it's tricky.
So yeah, I just watch it for the surface level shit. Because mind you, I watch black people kick other black people's back in educationally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they're speaking to a black audience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so they're not going to use Elvis. They're going to be like, I've seen Minister
James
Farrakhan.
Brown.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen like Minister Farrakhan be like, no, black people, we have to get it the fuck together. Like, what are y'all doing?
Facts.
Like, you niggas are lazy. Get them niggas off the corner. Like, I've heard black leaders talk to black people the same way. Hers is just insane because she's on the conservative network.
And she's talking to a different group of people.
And she's like...
She has a different enemy.
And she caters her language to her audience.
Exactly.
Which is why it's not for us. It couldn't be beneficial to us. It's not for us.
Right,
No, it's helping us in the back end.
It might be helping niggas like you.
It's helping us in the back end. Because other white... You got to think about it, bro. It's like there's ignorant white people who are watching this but are taking it seriously. Like... I did think Sexy Red was a degenerate, but now, like, since Candace is making a point,
but at the same time,
like, that's real life.
Remember her thing? She said, "You don't know who she is," and I'm proud to say I didn't know who she was till last week. Like, literally, she just like, I just want to put you on to what these niggas are doing out here. You know what I'm saying?
She's not trying to separate the good from the bad. She's just like, nigga, in today's nigga news.
I want to highlight terrible niggas in my white audience.
I think she's trying to separate the good from the bad. Whether she's the good, whether she's making herself the good,
because she's representing. She's not saying it though.
Where's the other side?
That's what I was gonna say.
Where is the nigga of the month award that she hands out?
Is she doing that at all? Is she showing the good side?
She said the producer's evil because she said she did a background. So Sexy Red is Sexy Red, right? She comes from her neighborhood or whatever. She started going in on the dude that's like she signed to. And she said, this dude is an honor roll student. He went to this college. He graduated with this degree. He has parents. He has a family. I bet you he's not letting his kids listen to Sexy Red. Blase blah. And he was like, I bet you he wouldn't even let Sexy Red in the neighborhood. Some crazy shit like that. But she was like,
that
that's
sounds like some black shit.
No,
think
so
about,
she's dropping subtle like shit for us.
bro, think about how she framed that shit. She described the nigga profiting off a bitch's ignorance as a positive for their community.
No. She highlighted him as a devil.
Oh, okay. Just make sure.
Yeah.
The way he framed it, that was enough.
I didn't get to finish it, but she did highlight him as a devil.
Okay.
She was like, she said, shit, he's worse than anybody.
I taste the bacon.
Yeah. She
And
did
so
highlight.
it's a base level. She was talking about Sexy Red, but it is a
She did go a couple layers,
issue.
yeah.
Like always, it's Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Shout out to Candace Owens, man.
Shout out to Candace Owens.
Yep.
I didn't. You've
She's
changed.
doing better than Wendy Williams.
I've seen you grow to love her more.
And it's happened in this chair. That's what's crazy.
I've always, I always respect independent thought. I always like to stand on independent thought. And Candace, for the most part, she seems like she's believing in what she believes in.
Just because you don't believe in what other black people believe in don't mean you're having your own thoughts. She believes in what niggas watch her believe.
She believes in nigga shit probably, but
When have you ever heard about Kansas getting pushed back from her base?
You've hated her more in that couch.
I wouldn't say hate, but I just don't love her like this nigga does in comparison.
Nah, I don't love her, but I don't see her as just like the fucking bitch that was behind Trump anymore. Like, she's past that point.
Oh yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
feel
She's
that.
not the bitch behind Trump.
I definitely don't
Yeah.
mind her, but she's not a net positive for the black community.
Well, nigga,
That's not happening.
she's
No.
not doing more
No,
than
she's not.
Charleston White, obviously,
For
but
sure.
what she's doing
not a net positive
as far
either.
as social commentary is definitely good for the fucking black community.
Niggas ain't gonna watch it though. Just for
But-
No.
if you listen to it, we'll watch it. But
It's like one of those
We don't
things
need
where
to
like
know that
we
Sexy
don't-
Red is wrong.
Like
We
we
know
don't
that.
talk about we
We
don't
need
talk
to stop
about
promoting the bitch.
we don't talk about like earn your leisure. We should, because they be talking about like money and shit.
Yeah, we
earn-
should. It's true.
Why your face go earn
I
your,
know-
the
I know what
black
you're saying.
dudes that talk about business.
I know.
I never watched.
I love
the
black
episode.
business.
I've watched this
Never
shit.
seen-
Market Mondays, all that shit. I used to watch.
I've heard of them, but I never seen the episode. So
Oh, okay.
I
Because
don't-
they be throwing the conventions.
They're pretty
and,
good,
like,
too,
all
yeah.
I
that.
don't know. I have to. Yeah, I have zero opinion just because I literally haven't seen nothing.
They three black dudes that they give a lot of financial advice. But you see, that's the problem.
Okay.
And that's what niggas should be watching.
But don't try to lump them in with Candace Owens.
Yeah, nah, but
Those
that
are
was
two different beasts.
Yeah, completely
Still,
different.
That was a real Daily Wire.
still for niggas.
Let's get to it,
mechanism,
baby.
nigga.
Let's move on to the next one.
He said, "Get out, you." that's like you going. Hey, you getting off? That's the same shit. You ain't cooking, huh? Hey, if we're cooking, please comment down below.
Put
nigga.
the fry.
Hey, yeah, put the fry.
Yeah, the little fry
If
pan with
we're
the eggs in it
cooking-
or something like that.
About to say, nigga, sleep
Oh my
deprived and
God.
high over here.
All right. Vlad did an interview with Adam22 at No Jumper, and they had a hour and a half conversation.
Some of it was about nothing.
A lot of it was about nothing. So as I watched this interview, Adam and Vlad, immediately in my mind, I'm like, I'm not watching clips, I'm watching it fully through, right? Just because I enjoy when they could get
I
together.
tried to do that too.
Yeah, but it was a little bit harder.
Yeah,
It
no,
a
that was
little
real
bit-
difficult. I ain't like this.
But I
Yeah.
found moments. This nigga Vlad say, a lot of young men don't know they're not trees. They're a human.
yeah.
Trees don't move. They
Yeah.
stay stagnant. I was like, Vlad, what the fuck are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna tell you what the best part of that interview I think
did not
was.
see that shit.
You didn't see
There's
that
a couple things. I think Adam's in trouble for real. Like when we went
About what?
when we did just overall
It's
in
getting hot,
podcasting. When we did the episode that Joe was like actively kicking
Soft
his
nigga
back
can't
in,
take
just like this nigga sucks. Blase blah. There's nothing good going on with Adam22, and I still have faith, and I've always had faith in Adam22. But after watching that Vlad interview, I was like, nigga, this shit sucks. Like Adam sucked in that interview, like it, objectively compared to like how he's interviewed Vlad in the past, and even just his overall flow in the conversation. So what kept happening, I noticed during the interview is Vlad is Adam's OG. Poetic
Wow,
Flakko,
yeah.
Poetic Flakko to academics. Adam22 to Vlad.
in that way.
For sure.
A little looser of a connection, but I see
little
the
looser of a
analogy.
connection, but
Yeah.
essentially.
Same principle.
Essentially. And in that interview, I noticed that a lot of the direct question to you is, this is what we do. This is he was trying to do a lot of, we run our operations so successfully and on the same plane.
A lot of weed talk.
And Vlad consistently throughout the interview was like, no, well, you do shit that I would never do.
Yeah.
Vlad drew several lines in the sand during the entire interview.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Adam was computing it. Like, he kept trying to rope them together as like this unit, this powerful media conglomerate, which they are both powerful units, but he kept trying to put himself on the same level as Vlad. And Vlad was like, well, hold on. This is a business. Like, you're asking me questions like, the business didn't do as good last year. I didn't fail, but I went to the drawing board last year. Like, this is a business. Like, and then he's like saying certain things like, we would interview somebody, and then Vlad would be like, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that little lucky, the whole Nipsey thing with Big U. I would have never done that shit. And then he was like, Adam was like, well, yeah, I feel like if I didn't do anything, Whack would have had a real problem with it. And he was like, I wouldn't put it out. Like, why would you do something like that? Like, Vlad was talking to him like, what the fuck, are we adults again? Like,
a disappointed father.
Bro,
yeah.
I feel like I saw this setback. I think Adam realized how set back he was in content in that conversation with Vlad.
You think he realized it?
I think he realized it in that conversation.
I think his name probably gets looped in with Vlad so much just in the internet space that subconsciously
he believes he's on the same level.
He thought that they at least had the same level of quality, which Vlad was certainly adamant about. It's like it denounced that nigga. It's not even.
Said, no,
it's not even possible.
He said we are not the same, bro.
Nigga said my business was bad and I did not fuck my wife with another man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So it was a lot of that, which I just
he
thought,
just didn't give himself a salary,
which was interesting too. And then it was like Adam gets caught lying, and Vlad's calling him out for lying about the China Mag situation, and then he's like, Vlad's like, yeah, you've been telling people. I don't know what you've been telling people. And then Adam's like, I've been telling them my truth. And then he's like, gives him this like weird coked out look like, hey, don't throw me under the bus too much. You know I was lying, but rope your truth into my lie a little bit.
Okay.
Like, hey nigga, this mic is still hot. Like,
can you throw me some bail, please?
Right,
I was like, what is happening in this interview, bro? That shit, the whole interview was like that. It was just fucking weird, bro.
Weird subtle cues.
That was one lie that he got caught in. Then another one. Well, no, it was it wasn't an Adam one, but Vlad was talking about Bootleg Kev. He was like, Bootleg Kev was kind of exaggerating the truth too. Like last year, Bootleg Kev was kind of on a tour saying, Vlad turned my interview down because I didn't want it. And he was like, Vlad had to call him. It was like, hey, bro, you literally called me like within a month of you making a YouTube channel. You literally had zero motion. Like, don't act like your page had motion. And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It was like, you had just started, bro. You have to call me later.
You
Like,
weren't even walking yet.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so.
I think in a lot of ways, like Adam understands that the people who he beefs with in the podcast space don't like him or have no respect for his quality and what he produces. But I think somewhere in his psyche, he thought that the people he was still friends with in the game had that level of respect for him.
I think so too.
We all unanimously feel the same way about you. It's just obvious when the niggas beefing with you, say it out loud.
Right,
But it's like Vlad feels the same way. It's just we're cool about it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just tell you as a friend.
Nigga, I would never do that.
Yeah, you've been doing some goofy shit, but I'm not gonna get on here like Joe and just be like, no, fail, nigga. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. But nigga, you're wilding out here, bro. Like, and it was like, I think that was the first mature person that Adam has really spoken to.
Sat down with one that he respected too.
One that he respected too, where it was like,
it's probably the first nigga who didn't have little in front of his name.
Those wheeze got cringy about halfway through. I was like, please stop saying we. Vlad has made it very clear we're very different. Okay, stop saying we do it like this, we do it like that. You're interviewing him. Just get to him, right? Fuck what you do, nigga. Just interview Vlad and let's keep it pushing, bro. Like. It was fucking crazy. Let's pull up that one moment. I got the hyperlink in there where Vlad was saying, I would have never done that Big U shit.
At least his eye is on the right target. Like him thinking that, he's on Vlad level. At least
you think that's the aim he should be going for?
I mean, it's something positive.
If you're trying to build a YouTube business 100%, I mean, Vlad is up there. Like, Vlad is... It's not a bad model, especially
Yeah,
in
business
media.
model.
then
I thought you meant in
outside-
terms of like just
outside of them
people.
both like being white, I can see,
There's
Adam
more
kind
connection
of,
to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Probably got some
Is
Russian
it the
heritage.
fact check or is it the doing too much defamation suit doing?
Doing too much.
Okay, that's the one I clicked on. Just
who
want
the
to make sure.
fuck is Adam promoting on his clothes?
FTP.
FTP, yeah.
I got you.
Conversation, but it's also not a conversation about the things that are obviously interesting. Whereas me and you, we try to hone in on what's the interesting shit here. And a lot of people will give us shit for, being feds or getting a little too controversial or whatever. Do you feel like
I think you become more controversial than I have.
I think so too.
not the
And I
same,
wanted to
man.
bring that up.
Especially with this new thing. Me and Big U had a conversation yesterday.
Well, how's that?
Well, like I wouldn't have put out what you put out. You know what I'm saying that Big U was somehow involved in Nipsey's death. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not true.
I don't think it's true either. It was kind of putting me in a weird position because Wack brought this guy on the podcast and he ended up saying all this out of pocket shit. And I kind of couldn't rationalize just like not releasing the episode in particular because I felt like Wack would probably be out of here if I didn't release the whole
I would
episode.
have not released it.
I was
gonna
about to
say,
say, it's crazy. He said,
Which is the bread and butter.
He said,
Yeah.
we and us.
Like 6
And
times.
then Vlad responded with you and you.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
We are not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Stop it.
I love Vlad, man.
Bro,
Shout out
and
to Vlad.
This energy was consistent throughout the entire interview.
And that gotta be, Adam felt that.
I know he felt that.
It's almost like there's like a weird mirror that they're both looking in because for all intents and purposes,
Okay.
if Vlad grew up in a certain era at a certain age, he could have been Adam22. And
Yeah.
same with Adam, vice versa.
Great, true.
If he was pushing pedals as hard as Adam, they would be the same. But it's just them
And
niggas
I
had.
mean, we gotta remember too. Vlad is like 50 or
Yeah.
almost 50. Like,
Yeah, he's
and I think
old,
Adam
man.
is like late 30s,
Late 30s,
almost 40.
damn near 40.
Yeah.
They got a couple years apart.
About 10 years, 10, 11 years or something like that.
Both of some white dudes with some thick skulls.
But yeah, and then it's like now with Adam saying that, Wack would have been out of here. It's like Vlad's like, oh, so you're a hostage in your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, there's one answer. Like, period. There's one answer. You don't put shit out like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you over here telling me you trying to rationalize it. What are you talking about? Like, YouTube's a business. And then there was another point. I don't know if I have the hyperlink in there. It's just the whole interview was just, I was like, yeah.
It was.
If this talk didn't help Adam,
Yep, I was
it's not.
just about to say.
It's,
Bro, we
This
just watched
might be-
20 seconds of a clip and he aligned himself so many times.
It was
trying to
so
be-
many social cues.
Yeah,
that
bro.
if Adam didn't pick up on it, it's over.
It's like,
Vlad-
exactly.
I was about to say,
Exactly. Yeah,
Yo,
bro.
Vlad might be able to file for sexual harassment.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They say he was really like.
Plugging on him,
Because
nigga.
Adam is keep trying to connect with him. You feel me?
He
Like,
refused to accept that shit.
Yeah.
Let's
We are
keep
not
playing
dating.
because it's amazing, dog.
Or reprimand Wack about that today and give him my thoughts on how we're
I
going to
would have
move
not
forward.
released it. And me and Wack are cool these days, so it's not like this is in no way a shot at Wack. But saying someone was involved in the murder of anyone, without really extremely solid 100% proof of that, because I call Big U because me and Big U were cool yesterday, and he got what's the dude's name? Loose Cannon.
Loose cannon.
He put his wife on the phone with us.
Okay.
He's still technically married. And she was like, this is all bullshit.
Wait, Loose Cannon's wife got on the phone with you and Big U
Yes.
and said that she doesn't believe it.
No, not only does she not believe it, but she's like, it's 100% false.
That's interesting that
Yeah.
she sat here and let her man say it.
Well, they're still technically married.
Right.
They're separated.
Okay.
There's some
Yeah,
domestic
don't worry
abuse.
about this
Another
part.
woman.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You can hit pause real quick.
Another episode of Adam not taking
Yeah.
accountability for some shit that
There's
was
one
produced
more-
on this
Throwing
platform.
it on somebody else.
Yeah, there's one more thing, and
Why did she let him say that?
so like in Adam essentially getting sunned and just getting sunned this whole episode essentially.
Etiquette training.
Yeah, this nigga had
Yeah.
the nerve to take a shot at Fig Community World. I was like, okay, just because you getting sunned don't mean you get to take cheap shots at niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about somebody worse than me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was doing like little.
He took a little jab because that dude, that Mexican dude that has all the tattoos, lefty gunplay. He's been doing the tour, long story
Oh,
short.
the guy who was like, I was in the jail with the
Yeah,
with
yeah.
gunplay. He's a real fool.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in this, he tried to he tried to make it seem, he pretty much was talking about that guy because he just did the tour through the whole Fig Community world, community clips, Fig Community, back on Fig. Like he did the whole tour. And he was pretty much saying like, yeah, you know, like some of these like guys are like whoring themselves out. You know, they're just like going through the entire circuit. I'm like, nigga, don't be taking those cheap shots. You're getting sunned right now. You need to
handle the problem that's in front of you.
Handle the problem that's in front of you. Don't worry about what these niggas got going on over here. You got issues over in your own house.
But he's probably not even noticing the problem that's in front of him.
He doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, hit play real quick because I think this is it.
I got you. I'll run it up.
It is weird seeing them side by side.
Him and to the people around him, they're kind of like thinking of just going on podcasts as a good means of doing promotion. From my perspective, it's kind of like once you've done a couple of these interviews, it probably makes sense for you to just chill out because it's like each person only has like your personality is your fucking superpower as a rapper, especially if it's someone like him who's like unbelievably entertaining and funny. And it's like, if you just are going on a different podcast every week, you're really like sapping that special meter bar to the point where eventually maybe people are going to like fully lose interest. Like we've seen that with Crip Mac. Crip Mac comes on my show. He's doing millions and millions and millions of views. He proceeds to do every single podcast he can possibly get on. At a certain point, those numbers really start dipping. Now, he's somebody who's kind of like sustainably interesting to people, so probably doesn't feel the effects of it as much. But I see this with people constantly, and I kind of want to tell them, like, if you're just spreading yourself this thin, it's not going to end up in a good way.
It's like he's in the whip.
It's hard to say because every podcast, I mean, every significant podcast has their own audience. And there is overlap. Like, you know, there's overlap between No Jumper and Vlad TV, but there's also a uniqueness.
Pause real quick.
He said, those are my least favorite fans.
Yeah, so
that was probably the only
ones that also
time he
watch
kind of
your
connected
shit.
them to.
So yeah, there's other moments too in this where it was just so much connection that he was trying to make between them, and it almost seemed like I think what Adam thought, because this is kind of what's happened before, but this is during T-Rail and AD is there, business is booming. So now him and Vlad can, as colleagues, come together and kind of like brag back and forth and say, I'm proud of how you built this thing and I see what you're doing.
Legs crossed, tea in hand, like,
bro, I really like what you've been doing, bro. I see you've been clocking a nice 20, 30 million a month, man. Man, I see what you've been doing, bro. Like,
Oh, no. I feel like I'm going to get robbed after this.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's too celebratory.
no, like views or something like that, not money. But yeah, it was more of
Just
like
the way he's presented it.
a mutual colleague respect. So I think he was trying to have that again.
Adam was trying to think
Adam
like,
was
hey,
trying to
like
have that.
I give you a hand, you give me a hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
In
just-
all freaky way possible.
Let's
man.
celebrate each other.
Yeah.
And it was like Vlad was like, well, we have to make very clear distinctions between us
Yeah.
because you doing
Legally,
you doing a lot of weed talking, nigga. You got a possible lawsuit hanging over your head, nigga.
Nah.
Fuck all that shit.
Maybe
shouldn't
he's trying
be
to
here.
find out how many friends he still got in the game.
This definitely felt like this is my last friend. This interview felt like,
Yeah.
whew, thank God my last friend is
It's
here.
here,
And then
yeah.
holy shit, he's even kind of separating with me. He
Yeah.
respects me. He fucks with me because Vlad, based
Yeah.
on what it seems like, he's gonna keep it 100 with you. It's just like, hey, you realize you got to shape up, bro. You got to
Literally.
get this shit together.
And I think slowly but surely, Adam22 is just in his personal life, he's going to realize that he fucked up. I think he knows he fucked up, but like moments like this where he really realizes, like, I kind of ruined everything I had going for myself.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And there's kind of nothing I can do to get it back.
No.
Yeah.
No. Damn. Yeah, it's crazy,
Kind
man.
of crazy, bro.
All them high moments after like pulling the Lena thing is like clouded his mind and make him think he had it under control. I can see something y'all niggas can't see. But
No
it's like,
man can live that good. You thought you could fuck girls with your girl and come out unscathed in life? To that degree?
It could probably happen.
There's an
it could
opportunity.
happen.
To
It could
that
happen.
degree?
Not to that degree.
To where you selling it and you make it $1 million empire? Nah, nigga. There's a cost for this.
Right. Your
Yeah.
fucking soul.
This shit is gonna hurt you in some way.
Yeah, your soul.
It's different if
I'm
you and your
taking a
girl
piece of
just,
that.
you know, doing threesomes on the
Yeah,
side
that's
and shit,
different,
like regular
yeah.
civilian shit.
Yeah.
No.
But when there's
completely
cameras
giving them
involved.
up. Yeah, it's
nah.
crazy. But yeah, man. Let's move over to Joe Budden and Ish. Like
It's hilarious.
the battle between women has come up again. Like it's a little bit later because they've already done a follow-up episode since this initial blow up. but this is not a hookah story, but this has hookah vibes. You know, like a hookah vibes. Feels like the whole hookah thing is coming back again. You know,
we just all around the hookah table.
Yeah,
telling
so
stories.
I guess Joe has been pretty much passionate on his argument of this is what I find funny. Joe stands on the I don't fuck behind my homies.
And I would never even try.
And I would never, nigga, these thoughts have never crossed my mind. Never.
Yeah.
But Ish, and then what's crazy, Reddit pulled up a Maul clip, and like they had that conversation with Joe Rogan Maul, and Maul was like, no, continue. I'm just curious on why you say that when that's what you do. Like, the nigga said it as a matter of fact, like, no, you always fuck behind, or you always are hollering at a bitch behind one of us or something like that.
We all had that one homie, and I just never thought it would be Joe Budden.
Right.
But you should have realized when he said, I never even thought about fucking him. Like, what kind of statement is that? I never even thought about fucking you, dog.
So,
I never thought about killing my wife.
So Maul had that exchange with him back in the day, and I saw that clip on Reddit. And then Ish, this is like they might have had more than this, but this is another big moment. But we did get an amazing meme of like Joe saying, Joe doing this amazing freak out.
That's hilarious.
That shit was crazy.
Hilarious.
Well, let's pull up the clip, the recording that's in there. Not
You
this.
still remembering that head
Oh wait,
shit.
what is this?
This is a link, Instant Joe link for Reddit, but I got you.
How long is this? 10 seconds?
Yeah.
We'll play it because I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
It's some
it's a
goofy
meme.
meme
It's
shit.
a meme.
Oh, it's just a meme.
It's involved with Joe Budden, but
it's not necessary.
Let's watch the bulk clip first.
I got you.
I was about to say.
Making extra light skin.
The people that watch us know what memes are, right?
Yeah,
we got
for
an
sure.
audio audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, when he said that, he.
That's crazy.
Yo, if I was Ish, I might have. Stop fucking playing with me, nigga. Seriously.
Bro, he got out of character. You see
shit.
the way he pushed the microphone away? He was like, you're about to make me.
Yeah.
The way like the levels that Joe took this shit, I was like, this is. I can't believe he's still going, bro.
And this is all-
He gave him 3 different allegations that just slowly made him progressively get pissed off.
Yeah, dog. That shit was funny as hell,
Over
Joe's a
an
master
alleged
manipulator, bro.
Kiss.
bro.
But it wasn't even just that. It was the argument.
It's just
about,
the principle.
Yes,
I know the principle.
That's all it was. It wasn't even about the kiss. It was just this nigga lying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and he's
what type of
standing
shit
on the
is that?
lie. It's like,
I didn't want to
that's
fuck.
what it was.
I didn't want to fuck. I just kissed her.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite part about this moment. It was that this altercation between Ish and Joe was so big that it landed in like the Manosphere. The conversations were made all throughout the Manosphere about this conversation.
Oh,
Picked
yeah.
it up.
MTR did.
Oh, he damn sure did. I saw
MTR
that.
did
I didn't
one.
watch the clip, but
yeah, MTR just did one about academics when he was like
Swear.
caught on the couch with his stomach out and shit. He did one about academics maybe like a week
I
ago.
saw that one.
But he also did one of these like live stream where he like watches the clip and does the reaction.
Yeah.
And so it's like I fuck with MTR
Yeah.
heavy. So I was like, oh shit, it's even like. They're niggas are psychoanalyzing Joe at this point, like
Yeah.
they're like, men, these are the type of niggas that you want to stay away from. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, like niggas in the red pill community.
Bro, I didn't even give a fuck about the main video anymore. I
Yeah.
started watching the Manosphere videos on this. And
Man.
bro, they made it seem like bro, that shit was hilarious.
There's some of the most like resourceful content creators. Like they will cut open toothpaste. Like I know they do that at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
Like they cut it open with a knife to get all the extra shit in there.
Bro, yeah, they really was going.
Like
in,
they will
bro.
milk anything.
So yeah,
Shout
I
out to
was
them
surprised.
niggas.
I just didn't. I knew it was gonna be big and it was gonna go crazy. But once they started hitting that circuit, when I saw MTR make a video about it, I said, "Oh, nigga, it's lit.
It's
me
outta
watch
here.
It's out of here. It's
Nigga,
out
but
of here."
then Joe came back the next episode and doubled down. And
He
I'm
damn
like,
sure did.
God damn, this
But
nigga don't stop.
honestly,
He's not in the position to do anything else though.
at the end of the day,
Yeah, he's not.
at the end of the
He's
day,
not.
at the end of the day,
He went
you
so
have-
far, but you kind of have to.
because at this point, if this is something that's happened from Rory and Maul days, this is he's 10 years deep into this.
It's too
Because
many.
he's been lying for 10 years.
Too many stories. There's too
longer,
many
like-
examples.
Nigga been lying for a decade. This nigga Joe's an asshole.
Yeah, so it's like
I can't believe our podcast was so swell with this nigga. We didn't see this part.
Yeah,
But the crazy thing,
we met Joseph.
Joe is
Yeah.
the best person I've seen who can move a goalpost and hide it like the goalpost wasn't moved. So he'll manipulate you into thinking that he
Shit's
didn't just
savage.
change the argument, nigga, but he
Right
did.
behind
That's why I said he
You know
gave
what I'm
him
saying?
3 allegations, and I would put myself on that list.
Yeah.
Back to back to back to where he don't even know what to attack. He's just mad at everything.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
And
Hey yo, when that nigga Joe started doing this with his finger,
It's over.
I said, "Oh, this nigga's committed, nigga.
Yeah.
That's how he syncs up both his hemispheres.
Yeah, like
this nigga is committed. Whenever
Yeah.
he do that little weird finger joint, this nigga's committed to this argument right now, bruh. Oh wait, keep going watching this clip though, because we haven't even gotten to the part where that's definitely about to be just like GIF forever. This is the first-
Dad was his bitch.
I don't think it was that.
I think
might have
not
been
a-
bad. She
I think
might have
she
been
could have
bad.
been.
It's the principle.
She was very bad.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was
baddie.
probably
She was
Cuban.
clearly-
Yeah.
And the titties were large. But
Yeah.
this isn't about the bitch. This
Yeah.
is about the principle.
Yeah.
Because
But they
I feel
definitely went on, like Ish and Joe went on a lot of thought missions together.
Yes, they
And
did.
That's
Yeah.
another thing
That's a
too.
fact.
And like your homies that you go on thought missions with, you do have the one homie that's you can't really trust him in this.
Just don't
in
be a
the heat
slime
of
ball with
battle,
this, yeah.
he will. We have a homie
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
Just-
underhand it.
This nigga's
just-
unpredictable.
He will
all
hoodwink
night,
you.
all night he's on code. At the end of the
Uh-huh.
night, all of a sudden he's throwing wrenches in niggas' plans
Yeah.
because he wants to switch.
He will yell.
all type of shit.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
Everybody
always,
got-
I'm about to say, we're always a team until pussy's possible.
Bro,
Yeah.
Once
bro,
pussy is possible,
once
yeah.
it's on the table for real, all of a
Nigga.
sudden niggas start switching up. Yeah, well, sometimes, most of the time, it's like that one nigga.
Yeah, it's just one, yeah.
That's why you
then
gotta bring your own pussy
But then
from home.
sometimes there's those group of niggas. It's like these group of 3 niggas, and they do it to each other equally, so it's all fair.
It's all fair game.
Which is what this
Yeah.
is. Like I'm saying, they're not mad about the bitch. They're mad about the rules of engagement.
Yeah, that's what
That's
Ish
what
is
this
mad
is about.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's Joe lying is like he acting like he
Well,
did the right rules of engagement.
Well,
And
I
then-
don't think they were doing it equally. I think Joe might have been the one in the group of friends.
No, he was.
That's
he
what I'm saying.
absolutely
Oh, yeah,
I
he
don't-
was the only
I don't
one.
think
He
they were
was.
all doing it.
No,
though.
no, no,
like,
no, no,
But
no,
I'm
no.
saying there are some group of niggas that they all do it to each other,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's just like whatever.
And Ish
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
has done it, but he's not lying about it.
Right.
Like he's not
Right.
up here saying he doesn't hit niggas sloppy seconds.
Right.
You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. That's crazy.
Don't know
You
who
do
know.
take off everything on his head in one fell swift
Right.
movement.
Shout
Bro,
out Joe
like
Budden.
pull up MTR real quick. We have to just see his break. Bro, MTR, you know this nigga is so eloquent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
his breakdown, he was like, bro, it's just like the way that the Manosphere took that clip and
Bro,
broke.
they milk it. They
Oh
milk
my
it.
God, they know how to break some content down and tell you why the man, you know, this is the type of man, blah, blah, blah.
They highlighted the facial expression.
Yo, first of all, shout out mediocre tutorials and reviews.
Legend. We're solid nigga, bruh.
And I
Fucking
think, I
hilarious.
don't want to assume, but
Shout
he,
out to the MC Army.
yeah, I'm glad, yeah, because he was sick for a while because he had a sickness. Like,
Yeah,
almost
I think
cancer.
so. Yeah,
It wasn't
cancer.
cancer.
It was cancer.
It was cancer?
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to this nigga, man.
But yeah. Shout out MTR.
He's a
solid.
legend, man.
If we're talking like
Manosphere, just overall
responsible
lifestyle.
responsible Manosphere, like
Yeah,
lifestyle. Like he's one of the people that's like respected, and it's not
He's
his-
what it should be.
exactly his message doesn't get misconstrued and it doesn't get thrown all over the place. He's like this nigga is eloquent. You know
He
what I'm
don't
saying?
secretly hate women.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's very apparent when he speaks.
And he's
Yeah,
had
yeah.
women come on his stream trying to get at him in some crazy ways,
And
and he's stood strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout
yeah,
out
yeah.
Melanie.
Yeah, you already know.
She went away. They kind of started doing exposed videos about Melanie. That was crazy.
Nobody said
I gotta do my research.
She just had to get up out of there.
She's anonymous.
She had to get up out of there.
Shit.
Crazy.
Then shut the f up in 2020.
Guys, the conversation that I have for you here today is we need to go over it and let it serve as a case study. A couple of chapters
nigga?
into a lesson book into understanding the dynamics of people around you. Do they respect you? Do they not? Are they gaslighting you? Are you being soft and emotional? Are they continuing to move the goalposts? But let me say this. If there was a sport for gaslighting, Joe Buttons would be the LeBron James and the Michael Jordan of his time. He will wildly disrespect you to his face and then say that he was joking and that you're soft because you didn't take it as a joke. You need to watch the entirety of this video because you cannot make it throughout your life as a man without encountering a Joe Budden. And if you do, you gotta understand how to identify it and how to action a solution based off of it.
He's right.
No, y'all didn't hear.
We've all encountered a Joe Budden here.
This nigga cooking you, Joe.
Nigga said, and you have to know what they look like and how to maneuver around these niggas.
Bro,
This nigga sound like Robert Greene.
Yeah,
like he's
bruh.
writing a book on the laws of human
yeah,
nature.
dog. Shout out to the MT Army. If y'all in the, I don't know if the MT Army have an emoji or whatever, but whatever y'all do in the comments, put that
I
shit
hope
in the
y'all
comments.
masculine ass niggas don't have an emoji.
That's true, actually.
That's
Y'all
not
better,
some. That's not masculine.
yeah, y'all better just put
Yeah.
the Army, nigga.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
Mediocre army. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I don't
say
know what
something
y'all do.
It might be the Army logo or some shit.
Yeah, or something. But yeah, man, that was an amazing moment, man. He got Ish to yell, and I think that's just content. I think that's just content gold. Like, it's just what it is.
Whenever,
and
yeah, I was just about to say.
and Danny brought up a good point. I don't know if he was on Twitter Spaces or if it was a video that I saw, like on some back end shit. Like Danny was pretty much saying in the Joe Budden universe who people care about the most.
Yeah, he was ranking them, yeah.
Ranking wise, you know what I'm talking about? Joe's first,
Ish is second.
Maul second.
Yeah,
and then
Maul is still up there.
Maul is up
surprisingly.
there,
I
yeah,
didn't know
like
that.
yeah, and then Ish
care
is
about
third.
Maul.
Yeah, I know Ish is like high.
Those are the
highest.
top three, and it was honestly, even when we did that video, when I dropped that video that we did with Ish, nigga, that was like we only covered it for like 11 minutes, and we had pretty low energy. Like that shit went
Yeah.
the fuck up. It was like I was like, damn, niggas love Ish out here. You know what I'm saying?
do.
Like
Yeah.
They do.
Ish, the Ishraelites.
Yeah, the Israelites.
Which that name goes crazy, but
It's probably a lot of people with the same condition.
yeah.
What's that condition?
Just beige rage.
Light
nigga.
skin.
What was the episode after that? Khaki Confusion.
Yeah,
Khaki Confusion. That was a
I
good
think
name.
so, yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Ish. Shout out to Joe.
Man,
We've
shout
all-
out these
We've all
legends.
experienced men like this. All right, let's move over to. So Poetik Flakko, after his academics interview, he was like gassed up as he should be. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
was like on stream the next day.
You know he didn't go to sleep that night.
Yeah, it's like I don't think he slept for a couple of days after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just happened to catch the very next live stream afterwards, and he was, bro. This nigga was turned up, bro. He was so turned up. He called the police on people.
He was
Holy
animated.
shit.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, he was like, "I'm a proud rat." He was like, "Yeah, we getting these niggas the fuck up." Like he was turned up,
It's so much more conviction in what he says.
bro.
man.
It's like he got his energy back because he kind of like No Jumper had kind of like.
It drains you.
It kind of drained him. It kind of took the fire that like Poetik Flakko really comes with. Like,
Yeah.
this
Because
is
he's
like,
focusing on other things.
yeah, this is his year one energy. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm a proud rat.
I wonder what Henny Act told him. Like, yo, Flakko, you gotta keep like
I think it
whatever,
happened when-
however he slurred it.
I think it happened when he dapped him up. Like as soon as he started across from this man, he just it was like it was osmosis.
Shit like a prophecy.
He juiced up.
Shout out to Flakko, man.
Oh yeah, go ahead. This is a
Proud rat.
yeah.
I'm gonna show love to everybody. That's just me. I'm just somebody, bro, where I can't be no fake nigga, bro. I can't be no fraud, bro. I'm just gonna show love. I show love to every and anybody. And I always preach, bro, we new media. We have to stick together. But don't take my kindness for weakness, bro. Right? Don't take me shouting you out and showing you love and trying to, put you on to different opportunities. Don't take that as, oh, he a bitch ass nigga. I'm going to diss him. It's not going to work out how you think it's going to work out, bro. You feel me, bro? Like, because one thing for sure, one thing for certain, bro, you street niggas going to have to show us your gangster, bro. We is sick and tired of you street niggas coming on your platforms and telling us how tough y'all are. We sick of it, right? We sick of it, right? We have acknowledged we are civilians,
Hand
right?
to God.
I'm a civilian, all right? I'm going to call the police. I'm going to cooperate, right? I'm not no street nigga. We have laid that groundwork. Y'all know what to expect from me. So we get sick and tired of you street niggas coming on this platform
Y'all notice
and talking about how tough, how gangster, how thorough, how locked in y'all are.
This
Y'all
is
gotta
live,
have to
too.
show us, bruh.
Yeah, he killing this shit.
He's so
After a
dope.
while, talking ain't enough, man. Right? After y'all done get violated by these civilians, talking ain't enough. You gotta show us. Okay? I showed y'all I'm a real rat. I showed y'all I'm a real snitch. I showed y'all I'm a real civilian. Punch McDev, I got his ass locked up. Now Punch McDev is fighting the case 5 to 10 years in prison, man. So I showed y'all who I really am.
He said it like a stat.
Now y'all gotta show me who y'all really are. Show me you gangster. Cause this talking and woofing and telling us how gangster you are, we don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe it.
Y'all don't see how this could be dangerous
Show
for
me.
him?
But speaking of,
A little bit.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Because when AK was doing it, when AK was doing it, right?
Yeah, I was about to say. It's like AJ seems completely fine with seeing the results of this shit.
It's like I don't want nothing to happen to Flakko, but it's just this is what these niggas do. This is what he does.
I don't think he should be doing this though.
I don't think
Because the thing is, like, yeah, calling the police is cool, but you usually do that after niggas did some shit, and there's some shit that you can't call the police.
No,
after.
he scammed them.
No. You call the police before something happens.
Well, before something, but I'm saying, like, if niggas come up to your crib and you don't know until they at your crib, you calling the police, but they're here.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
gotta
I'm
be able to
saying.
handle it in the moment,
Yeah.
for sure.
What was you about to say, Jay? When AK did it?
Oh, when Act did it, he had a lot more money. And it's different when you have the resources
To protect
to be
yourself.
talking shit like this.
Yeah.
To
This
avoid
nigga
being
Flakko,
with
I
broke
don't
niggas.
know what his pocket's looking like. That is something we could ask him because we know him, South Flakko.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't. Look at his
Look at his
How much
home.
money you got, nigga?
Yeah, he's obviously healthy.
No,
Yeah, he's
but
got something going on. Yeah.
But let's
He's
just
a
say,
minimalist too,
but
though.
he's okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still Flakko. Like he could get caught. Why is he doing this? And
He works in no jumper.
And
He
it's-
could definitely get caught.
Yeah.
he's in LA.
But not at work, but he's in LA.
In LA.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like
And Flakko-
I'm just there's certain shit I wouldn't do being in LA for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a big
like,
time
Nigga.
Like I mean, I don't even know any street niggas to diss in the city. Like,
Honestly,
No.
being in LA, it's probably nothing. But you can't do it like this.
just this flavor.
This is
He's trying to make
who
it
is he
something.
talking? This is too broad. You know what I
Because
mean?
it's
You
everybody.
rap niggas. As
It's everybody.
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
you rap
specifically the
niggas.
ones that talk tough,
It's
though.
broad for
Yeah.
a reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally the ones that threaten, talk tough. You have to show me because if you threaten me, I'm gonna call the police, let them know you threatened me, and things of that nature. Like there's an order of operation that I'm gonna do, and you know that.
He's stirring the waters.
Nigga, there's paperwork he's willing to file.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's trying
And-
to catch fish.
I was
He's
just about to
stirring the
say.
waters.
He's trying to see.
Oh yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
he's just trying to see.
Trying to say who
And there's
wants
always-
to
and there's-
come back? Let me get.
And there's always a nigga there's always a street nigga that doesn't understand what he's doing, and they always
Yeah.
take the bait.
They take the bait
every time.
Yeah, they're gonna take
And
the
it's
bait.
one of those things where it's like you're literally like, God forbid, you're literally just gonna have to kill Flakko, which is
Yeah.
probably never gonna happen. Like, who's gonna just like, hey, Flakko, I've been trying to catch you, nigga, like out the window, like, come on now.
Oh no.
More than likely, a good jumping, 2 niggas, 3 niggas.
As long as he
good day
stays in the
4.
right location. But Flakko just strikes me as the person that just like he just working home. Like he's not.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy that's
But-
just doing his job. He
Yeah,
loves it.
he's
He
working
spends
on-
his time researching. Like he's clearly like
But
he's got it.
Flacco's luck, he's gonna be in Publix one day, and it's gonna be the wrong Publix. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's
And you
gonna
can
be
That's what
spot
you're
that
worried
nigga
about.
from anywhere.
Oh yeah, he is very
You,
spottable.
like he
He is very
the figure,
spottable.
the shape. You can.
That is one thing,
Pause.
bro. I remember when when
He's built like a polar bear though. There's not many niggas.
Nah, he's thick. You
like
like it.
when the vid was popping, I was happy
Pause.
that like we were able to wear masks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I like people can notice me too. Like even with the mask on, I was like, well, this sucks.
And you talk shit about people, but it's not like this. You
Yeah,
get
it's
what
not
I
like this.
mean?
Yeah. Like, I'm
You
not-
know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not running around like F this nigga, fuck that nigga, or whatever.
You're not
but
asking anybody to prove a point.
no, not at all. No,
But I don't know.
except one person.
At the same time, like, yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah,
Is he an animal by any chance?
yeah, possibly.
Yeah, shout out to him. But I don't know, man.
But there's one, I don't think I have it in here. I thought I did. Man, there's a video of him calling the police. And he's like,
Live?
Oh, live. Yo, it's amazing. And he's like,
He probably never
For
started on
conversation
911
or
calls.
for?
for snitching.
Oh, he had something to tell on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just waste a phone
He was-
operator's time.
Yeah, I can't remember who he was snitching on, but yeah, he was committed to that shit.
Was it in this video? Damn. It was in this live, right?
It's in that video somewhere. See if you can scroll through and see
through,
where he's
that's what
picking
I'm
up a
trying to
phone.
Yo, I was just telling you, I'm I might have to call the police on, you know what I'm saying, that one.
Oh
bitch.
yeah, you might just snitch as well.
Yeah.
For real? You
Yeah,
about to be a snitch?
Might have to call the police
He's about to
on
get
a
his
bitch.
Shit.
Hey,
you
shit
about to
is
get your
it.
deputy sheriff badge. Huh?
Hey,
You're a proud civilian.
put your hands
official?
up. Hey, get it, bitch. Nah, this crazy bitch in my neighborhood, she stole one of my car tags. So yeah,
Definitely gotta call the police.
yeah, I'm
on
gonna get that hoe.
Oh, there it is.
She said you got to show me
She-
that you really bout it.
She's
nigga.
my neighbor too.
Call the police.
Must be
There
the
it
nigga
is.
he's about to do it for.
Yeah, let me see how it's done.
Oh. Hey, bro. Hey, Perez, man, you done fucked up, nigga. Hey, Perez, man, you done fucked up, nigga. Hey,
He feels so
Perez, man,
safe.
you done fucked up, nigga. You done fucked up, Perez, man.
He licking his lead. This
Hey,
nigga
yo,
with
you
the-
done fucked up, Perez, man.
I'm starting to think he doesn't really stutter for real. It's an act now.
It's mental.
It's literally mental.
But let's call him.
This is what happens when you do what you love. Everything works perfectly.
That's true.
Oh, wait. Sorry, wait. Wait, 1 second. Let me take the shit off real quick, man. Like 1 second. Let me take off the filters real quick. All right, 1 second. Let me take off. Okay, perfect. Now y'all can hear it loudly and true.
And true.
The Cobb County Police Headquarters. If this is an emergency, please hang up
Look at
and
his
dial
eyes.
911.
Focus.
Please choose from the following menu. For location and hours, press 1. If you need an officer to respond to the location and it is not an emergency, press 2. To speak with the sheriff's office in regards to inmate information, fraud investigations, temporary protective order, or warrant information,
Like,
press
which one
3.
is mine?
For questions regarding citations, court fines, or general state court
They got a lot of
information,
options in
press
Cobb County.
4.
It's dangerous.
For information regarding alcohol
I thought
permits,
snitching was cooler than this.
pawn
Where's the
shop
cigarette and the
No,
soda?
I thought it was faster than this.
Skip forward a little bit. Yeah, skip forward a little bit.
dial 911.
Yo, you gotta
Snitching
really,
takes so long.
you gotta really not like a nigga
Your
to
call-
snitch. Like this couldn't just be a misdemeanor. You wouldn't go this far.
Cobb County Sheriff's Office, Warrant Division. This is Farmer.
Was that?
Wait, pause. He's laughing.
Why is that bitch laughing?
Because she at work.
She at work, nigga.
But nigga, like somebody could be calling,
Bro.
like, hey, there's a man in my closet. It's just like, she answered the phone, like,
I girl, you crazy.
nigga. Yeah. That's fucked up.
Cobb County Sheriff's Office, Warrant Division. This is Farmer.
Yes, and how you doing, ma'am? So my full name is Frederick Jalla. So I'm a YouTuber and a concerned.
Wait, what was his name?
I'm a very concerned citizen too.
Did he just say his name?
I'm calling about.
What was his name?
Frederick Jalla.
Frederick Jalla.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's where Flakko
I think
come
I went
from.
back too far. There we go.
I'm calling about. So I believe he's an inmate who may be on probation or parole. His name is Perez, man. So how things started, ma'am, is he is now on YouTube making terroristic threats to me. And he said that when I come to Atlanta, they will be in Buckhead and they will deal with me. And then also, too, I found out that he was arrested on July 21st, 2021 for narcotics. And then I also have proof due to a video I have of him where in this video at the 8-second mark, he has lean in the video and he's actually sipping the lean. At the 18-second mark, he claims that he's still selling runts in Atlanta, even though he was charged, convicted, and put on probation for selling it. At the 41-second mark, and he claims that he still has a trap house in Atlanta that has no furniture but a stove. At the 1 minute and 6-second mark, he claims that he got trees like a hippie, and he also got P's like a grower. So a tree stands for weed, and P's like stands for perks.
It's even
right. So
crazy
I
that
just
he
want to
committed
know,
this many crimes in a minute.
one, how I can file a police report for a terroristic threats, because again, this dude is a criminal and he's like I think it's a real credible threat. And then two, is it possible like to request that a cop or detective like call me back so I could really like and give them the full information about how Perez man is still out and in I think ATL like still selling drugs and doing crimes.
Okay, I'm gonna get you over to the police department.
Sure.
You can make a police report. Hold on.
Okay, perfect.
Nigga, she probably couldn't wait for him to stop talking.
Right,
This nigga somewhere
Yeah.
else. Let go
But
back.
this is crazy. But this that shit that
That's why she was laughing, because she had a call like that before.
You see how happy he was? Like when I be watching the Star Report, bro, when the MV story was breaking, bro,
Star was going crazy.
Oh my God, he would get on
The
there
same joyfulness.
with this same joyfulness.
Yeah.
And he would get on there and he would be like this. He would be like this. Troll babies.
Yeah.
I've been on the phone with the DEA all day. I'm
Hello.
tired. I'm like, yo,
Get on the mic. Hello.
the joy that this nigga would be having.
Yeah.
I've never seen black men happier.
Yo, oh my God, dog. Yeah.
Glee.
Literally.
Bro, they are happy. Yeah, I guess being a snitch is so fun.
It takes a minute, but
It's satisfying.
it's satisfying.
That's
Yeah.
probably why it takes so long. Is like you gotta really earn that payoff.
You really
Yeah.
do, yeah. And when somebody gets a something going out for them, arrest or whatever, it's like, wow, I'm really out here putting the work
And
in.
what was this nigga named Perez? This nigga got some waiting on him in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's got a warrant.
Nigga, he called 12 in Cobb County. Wait, that's
that's where the dude
Oh,
lives,
that's what
I
he
think.
was Googling.
Yeah,
This nigga.
he was Googling what county the dude
He's
lived
good.
in.
He's good. A rookie would have just called his police department.
Right.
It's out of our jurisdiction.
And
Right.
translated the
This nigga
slang
knows
form
the-
and everything.
Hell yeah, peas, that's perks.
Yeah.
But shoot, all right, I got some more though.
He was like, Olay.
Oh wait, I missed. Full Send Podcast is officially back, and Bradley Martin is back on the show.
Yes,
Two
the
things
His
happened in
triumphant
that-
return.
Triumphant return. Bradley Martin being on Full Send is kind of necessary because we talked about it. Like Full Send gets ridiculously large guests, like A-list for real. I mean, they had
Yeah.
Trump on there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they get some serious, but they're not the best podcasters, and it's like it's just what it is. Like they have the influence, they have the numbers, they get the guest.
they get the
But-
people.
But overall, conversation and podcasting wise, you're not going there for a high quality podcast. You know what I'm saying? In terms of engaging questions, it might be fun, especially when they interview like the fighters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like Brad brings like a nice. People typically like him, and he brings a nice,
Nice balance.
realistic balance to podcasting.
He's kind of serious about it.
Yeah, and they're younger. I don't know how old Kyle and Steiny are, but I know Brad is older.
At
He's
least
like
34.
He's 34, I think. I think he said that in the interview, in the last podcast. I think he is 34.
That's ironic.
So yeah, but that was a nice little return. But outside of that return, man, kind of find out, looked like Andrew Schultz might have been lying a little bit about the whole thing that happened with them not releasing their episode with Steiny.
Really?
So, yes.
There's
because
always two sides to every
I didn't
story.
there's always
Yeah,
two sides to
man.
every story. So Kyle was like, overall, I'm cool with it. But he was like, when Schultz got up on that flagrant episode, when that whole news broke that there was an episode that never came out with Andrew Schultz, and then Schultz got up on flagrant and was like, Nelk released the podcast. I told him put it out, like talking big shit. Like, I didn't want this to be held at all. Come to find out, Kyle was like, bro, like I fuck with Schultz, but like he went on a whole campaign, like really making it seem like we were holding it, and he didn't want it
approve,
out
yeah.
just as bad as
Yeah.
Steiny didn't want it out.
That's true. He said it was
they
a bad
both
episode.
equally didn't want it out, like on the same level.
Yeah.
And they agreed to record another one.
Exactly.
To just do it all over again so we can
much
put it
so
out.
that they were okay with coming back together.
Why is this the second time there's a story about Andrew fucking up a podcast, having to like,
Well, I think what it was is I think that he wanted to. So long story short, Kyle was pretty much just like, bro, I ain't like that. Like, I fuck with him, but I ain't like, don't you kind of.
don't try to paint a picture that I'm some soft guy that was
Right.
crying about like, oh, I don't want it to be out.
And it's like, and it's okay that Steiny paints that picture
It's-
because that was Steiny. But
Exactly, yeah.
you try to make it seem like we standing on business. Put the episode out. You know what I'm saying?
And Kyle, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, who was saying that Kyle was acting that way?
Nobody said Kyle was acting anyway. It's just overall the way Andrew Schultz treated the whole situation. He played with the truth.
Yeah, for sure.
For all intents and purposes.
I think one of the reasons that Andrew didn't want that out is because it was one of those moments. So, like, when I remember when we covered that interview, like, I don't remember it being terrible.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad,
as marketed.
But I think it does feed into a narrative that Andrew might have been consciously trying to avoid. That's out of control at this point. He can't stop at the ego conversation.
That's happening.
It's done at this point.
And everything looks worse with those lenses.
Right.
So that might have been a harmless situation to where he actually feels that way, but now we see it under the guise of this nigga's a maniac.
Yeah, right.
Who only cares about his personality.
Right. And now at this point, too, it's like, bro, I was thinking about that. I'm like, bro, there's so much Schultz ego YouTube. It's like, that is a hot mark, bro.
There's a lot more downfall pieces I've been seeing lately on the algorithm.
Bro, they are going crazy, dog. Like, it's a lot of down. Yeah, it's kind of up there.
On just his personality.
just his personality and ego. And what's funny is we know Schultz. We also know, being OG Brand Idiots fans, that Schultz does need to be reeled in.
He goes through waves where he get, and you got to think that happened back when he wasn't even this version of Schultz,
bro.
He wasn't selling out arenas.
That was before he wasn't even dropping YouTube clips yet. I don't think
he was still crying about Hollywood not giving roles,
bruh. That was before it really happened. Like, that was before he really went on his Russ wave. So it's interesting because it's like, oh wow, like, why are we surprised that this version of him is back? When we've kind of seen that already?
Yeah, it just felt like, because before when it happened, he was losing touch with reality in the sense of like his philosophy politically.
Yeah.
Now he's just losing touch with reality.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. Lauren's proud of somebody.
I'm proud of your objective take about Schultz. That's all.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That's what I always meant.
Oh, because he's a comedian?
Because he's
usually riding the coattail.
He's the stand in the room.
I'm not the stand in the room.
He's the stand in the room. You're the Schultz stand.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm defending him against shit. That don't make me a stand.
Okay.
So what, you an Israelite, nigga?
Who you think is better, Andrew or Joe?
At what?
Podcasting.
I don't know. It's a little different now.
Joe!
It's a little different now. It's a little different now. It's a little different now. But that wasn't a conversation. The conversation wasn't who's better at podcasting. I think it was who was more. It boiled down to, is funny important for podcasting? That's what it really was.
That's the argument you were standing on.
That's what you were
standing on. That's really what you ended up standing on.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I ever presented. But you niggas like to misconstrue and manipulate. Y'all perverted my point. I didn't even know what I was arguing with.
Oh, no, my bad. Oh, we were going back to pretty much Schultz hit pieces. Ego was out of control during Brand Idiots era, and that was before he really was that dude. He was just got code Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, any nigga that have like a billion epiphanies a podcast episode, especially when it be like common sense answers.
Yeah.
You're watching your own movie.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like you're
At
not.
that point-
There's no other movies that's being played at this theater.
Yeah.
And at that point, you lost, bro. Like, you
And how
genuinely
long
lost.
ago was that?
All
How
right,
long
Andy?
ago did that? No, not All Right, Andy. How long ago did that Full Send thing actually get released? Do y'all remember about how long ago it was?
The actual release of it, we could look it up.
Yeah, because that's what I'm just like wondering, because like the whole Andrew Schultz ego hit pieces, it's been popping for the last 3 months. So I know this whole thing was like 6 months ago, and I wonder if he was kind of like trying to preemptively like.
The full video. Let's find it on their channel though.
They never dropped it on their channel. They dropped it on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, this
So
is about 6 months ago.
You can go off of that. So 6 months.
months ago?
That sounds about
Okay.
right though.
Yeah,
About half a
about
year.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
How do you think his co-hosts are dealing with this? You think they're bothered by it?
The way he's acting.
Yeah.
I don't know that any of them are actually like on the side of the people saying it. I feel like they're all on his side, on Schultz's side. So I don't think they're bothered by a damn
And
thing.
they've been seeing it for years.
Yeah.
So it's different.
You can still get fed up with some shit, regardless if you're friends. We've seen it time and time again with Joe Budden.
That's true, but I'm not
Like,
sure anybody's
eventually it
like.
gets-
I feel like Dove might say something, but I don't think he cares enough to like.
Dove.
Yeah, one of the off-camera
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I feel like he
yeah.
might say something, but I think Schultz is gonna be like, "Nigga, handle my business." You saying like?
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
it's hard to get a real read on it.
It really
you
is.
Understand?
They play it off very well on camera
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
everything seems okay.
Seems okay. It
And
seems
so-
kosher.
Where it might be very different in that break room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
yeah.
be a whole different scenario to where
Yeah.
niggas is actually bickering. But like, I don't know.
They could have had those conversations behind closed doors.
They could have.
Yeah, they could
know.
have, but I do wonder if they'll run it back again.
What do you mean?
I'm glad that Kyle actually said that too, because it's like, oh shit. Because I wonder if
Oh, they run the episode back.
I wonder if they'll run the episode back. Like now that Kyle has said that
I wonder for what reason.
that they would run it back.
Yeah.
I mean, going to Full Send podcast
For
is the same
nostalgia.
reason that anybody else would go to. It's just for clout. Like you go to Full Send for clout. You go to Flagrant for clout. Like you're not going there for quality of conversation.
And that's probably what made Andrew irritated the first time, because he realized he was just there for the wrong reasons. He was like, why the fuck am I here?
But then he should be
There was
mad at himself.
Yeah, that he
as
didn't do
opposed to
research.
them.
But that's how,
Yeah.
but that's sometimes how frustration is, viewed,
Yeah. Yeah, and then he also, because remember he was disappointed at how little research they did on him.
Yeah, he was.
That was one of the biggest things. So it was like his point of annoyance was how little they knew
Yeah.
about him initially. Then that transitioned into, well, I'm just gonna critique this podcast live because y'all fucking suck anyway.
Yeah, because
So,
it's like,
yeah.
I'm coming here for clout and y'all didn't even have the respect to kind of Google me.
Right.
It's not even that he's coming here for clout. I'm coming here to kind of do y'all a favor because at that point in time, Andrew Schultz is the biggest star. He's on the most
He
leverage
was.
in terms
Yeah,
of audience.
he was.
So y'all niggas asked me to come on your show and you
This is a
have
crazy
no
list-
interest
this,
in what
this
I'm
is a
doing.
crazy
Yeah.
stimulus package.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I do wonder if there's gonna be another. I think there is a possibility because Bradley's there, and Schultz. And remember during that original interview, he kept disrespecting them. It was like, where's Bradley? I love that guy, man. Look at Steve over there,
What's
man.
that?
I love Steve. Like
Yeah.
and kind of purposely like leaving. He pretty much left everybody. He left Steiny out. It was
Yeah.
like. He gave everybody their flowers, even if they weren't present, and then was just like,
Yeah, he pointed at an imaginary chair.
for Brad. Yeah, it was
he
kind of
gave
crazy.
Steve like great props. He was going in like, yo,
Yeah,
he
Steve,
seems like such a-
Kyle, and Bradley.
Yeah, he's like, it
yeah.
seems like just such a genuine guy, man. Just a sweet guy, man.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Yeah,
was
so I do wonder if Bradley can pull it off to where it's gonna be interesting though. It's gonna be interesting because I don't know if. See, that's the thing. If Schultz went there by himself, Kyle could say what he says, and then Schultz would get there and just like flip it and turn it into a joke, and they turn it into content, and he would look like he had the upper hand. But I don't think he'll be able to do that as easily. Like he would have to take some accountability if Bradley's there
I think it would be the most boring podcast
because
ever.
they don't fuck with each other for real no more.
Just because it's like, first of all, Steiny and them niggas, they don't really bring a lot to the table anyway.
Yeah.
And like we've seen that with Andrew the first time. So it's like doing it again, it might just be beating a dead horse. Which, if that's the case, that's cool too.
It'd be purely for the narrative.
Yeah,
It
like
wouldn't be
pretty much.
genuinely
For
because
the-
that's
we
true.
didn't finish the conversation.
for the
I enjoyed
nostalgia.
the podcast with those three though, because Steiny and Bradley, I fuck with their chemistry. Like
Yeah, the tit for
they-
tat.
That's
They're,
Yeah.
they're,
They
yeah,
offset each other.
It's entertaining,
Yeah.
and then Kyle chimes in when necessary.
Yeah.
But when he's not there, he has to do more, or
Heavy,
Steiny
yeah.
has to play into his character more. And I enjoy the Steiny character fully.
Yeah.
You think
Like,
it's a character?
no, there's definitely a truth to that.
Okay,
shit.
I'm about to say, I think it might be a little, not personality disorder, but
Yeah, but
it's-
when
this
he-
is him. And I think,
Yeah.
But I
when
think he
sits
plays
next-
it up too.
I think when he sits next to Bradley Martin, it's like there's a manifestation of his insecurities.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's
That's funny as
They have
shit.
the perfect big brother little brother thing.
Yeah.
Like they have really good chemistry, and it's funny because it's just like while Bradley's like over there just like talking, just like saying just like regular people shit.
Being a person.
Yeah, being a person. He humanizes that podcast so much. It's not even funny. But it was funny because Steiny's like dead serious, but he's still a dick when he talks.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, Brad, you're like 2 for 2. Like you said 2 motivational things this podcast, but go ahead, continue. And it's just like
It's always a little subtle jab.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
these little subtle
And
jabs.
Bradley throws him back too.
He does, bro. That's why it's funny, bro.
Because you got to think, Steiny is the person Bradley Martin did 1,000 push-ups to avoid being.
Yeah.
Like they're sitting right across from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what I avoided, what I ran from.
That could have been me.
Yeah. So
I like how Kyle, he just be like,
he be watching. He's a viewer.
Whenever Steiny's getting fucking bagged on or whatever the fuck, he don't even pile on top or even try to save him. He just act like it's not happening.
He does.
He'll just say something completely different than what the conversation is.
Yeah, bruh. He's really a puppet. He's like just a little puppet master back there.
Yeah.
Press a button, step back, watch, become a viewer.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what he does.
But I think it is pretty funny though. But speaking of Bradley Martin though, he just had Aiden Ross on there, and there was another good one. And I don't know if I just been missing Bradley Martin. I think Bradley Martin got a pretty good podcast, just like the Raw Talk.
Yeah, Raw Talk.
Raw Talk is pretty solid. Like
we talked about him before, I think.
We
Right?
talked about him a couple times. It's just haven't recently, but because the Full Send thing happened, I was like, oh, let me see what the fuck Raw Talk got going on. And Aiden Ross was over there. And that was a good conversation too. That interview that he did with Aiden Ross, see, people fuck with Brad because he talks to those the clout monster kids now, and they're not even just like clout monsters, they actually have the influence, like, but they'll go to him and he can get them to have a real conversation. They don't really give that to anybody else, I noticed. Like, he went there, like, Aiden Ross does some wild shit, right? But like, he went there and just had like a straight up grown conversation, like the whole time and stuff, kind of talking about like goals. They're in their new facility.
He did like a real interview.
Yeah, things that he has planned coming up for this year and shit like this. This is the Aiden Ross facility in Miami or something now. So,
and you're saying usually with like clout niggas, he's the only one getting these like real
decent interviews. Like,
I mean, Gilly and Wallow, they, you know,
he's talking about for this space in particular though.
Yeah,
like with the little streamer with the Kaisen Nash,
bro. The Kaisen Nash $1 million worth of game interview was fucking trash. Like. There's a couple clippable moments out of there that Kai created.
I didn't get far.
But that shit was not good. So, yeah, like, I'd much rather, like, the young dudes, like, I'm good on seeing Neon go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because he's not going to be serious.
Like, I don't want to see Neon. But, like, Aiden Ross, I thought this, hearing his mindset, because I was also thinking, why the fuck does Aiden have so many rappers on right now? Like, and he's paying some of these. He's got the 21 thing that just happened where they try to finesse him or whatever happened, and then
the Playboy Cardi situation.
The Playboy Cardi, the $2 million, or he said it didn't end up paying him $2 million.
Both of those were like amazing marketing ploys.
Yeah, those
bro,
were, especially the $2 million narrative. Like,
bro, yeah, it was like, and that stream live had like 500K, but Aiden was pretty much saying in this interview, he was like, bro, if you think my year started off hot, he was like, I'm going crazy this year. Like, he was like, this is not the peak of this year. And he was like, and it's not just gonna be rappers. Like, he about to start having like them people over there. Like, he's trying to branch out for real. Like, I think this year Aiden's gonna be trying to branch into that different.
That next echelon.
Because
he's trying to break out of the whole streaming little box thing, because there's only so much you can do with being on a video game for 8 hours a day.
He's also growing. He's probably getting older. He's getting older. Shit like he's like.
How old is Aiden Ross now?
I think he's like 24.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
They're so young still though. It's like, but they've been popping for so long. Like, niggas been popping for like 4 years or shit. It's like they've been lit as hell since high school. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Which is crazy. Cause Speed, I think, is like 21. Is that what it's?
Yeah, 19.
I thought Speed was a minor.
Speed is not even 20,
I was about to say
bro.
Speed is a minor.
It's
19,
crazy,
bro.
dog.
Crazy. Hey man, shout out to Speed.
Bro, in 10 years, he's only gonna be 29. He's not even hitting his 30th birthday in 10 years.
Hell no.
That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
Bro, and that nigga's international, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga playing in World Cups.
Yeah. That song was kind of fire.
The song, it wasn't bad at all.
That's a global record.
Yeah.
And was it the one? Was that him and Kai, or him and Kai just have another song? They got a song that charted too.
They do a lot of work together.
They do.
They're kind of
still doing
perfect
that
for each
show?
other. They're in the same lane. I was just about to
I
ask
don't
that.
think so. On Rumble?
I have no idea.
No, I don't think so.
That season must have ended.
But shit, speaking of platforms, Aiden Ross was like, he's marketing the fuck out of Kick.
He's going crazy.
He's 100% down.
Sure.
He's going crazy.
He's talking like he's in a cult. Like
He's in business with him.
There was a point in time in the podcast where he was like, they was talking about another streamer that he's cool with that's in the same bubble, and he was like, "Is he on Kick yet too?" He was like, "We gonna get him."
He did.
He
did.
We gonna get him.
Yeah, we gonna
I
get
promise
him.
you that.
I wonder how big his share is.
He did.
That's another thing. I think they gave him.
No, he has
they
equity.
gave him
They gave him
something.
equity.
He has
They gave
equity.
him
I know
something.
he said it. He has equity.
Yeah, he said it in his
He said
interview
it.
too.
But I don't know how much though.
Yeah, I got to hear a lot from the businessman Aiden Ross in this episode, which is interesting because I never heard that.
I wonder if his fans like this.
They're gonna grow.
I like it because I like it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not his daily fan.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You're a 30-something-year-old man that understands responsibility.
Exactly, yeah. So I like hearing the nigga talk about responsibility and the business growing, you know?
Nigga said taxes paid, lawn mowed,
I like
shit.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's good because it's got me interested. Like, I enjoyed this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
So as good as it is, though, how interested do you think it would, like, it got you interested in him, but if you never knew about him, you saw this, you're like, man, who is this nigga? And then you went to go watch his content. Is it like a drastic difference in that way where it's like, well, what the fuck am I watching this for now? You know what I'm saying?
Depends on how old the content is. Maybe if you go to his catalog, you might see some hypocrisy. But I feel like in what he's doing day to day now, like these last couple of weeks, it's probably consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed consistent.
He's really consistent
Ever since he was trying to impress Andrew Tate in that whole era of like, yo, my life is fucked up, I'm a degenerate. He's been kind of consistent with
trying to build himself.
I'm progressing as a
even
person.
then, though, because they talked about that because Tate was trying to get him to get right.
Yeah.
And
I think he was trying to convert him to Christianity.
Nigga, he went bald for a period of time.
But he was saying, Brad was like, bro, I remember the world saw like when he was telling you like you need to start working out and do stuff, and he was like, why didn't it stick then? And he was like, pretty much, Aiden was pretty much like, bro, I had to clean my circle out. Like my immediate circle. Like I had way too many yes men around me. Like I enjoyed the influence and like the mentorship that like Andrew Tate was giving me, but I wasn't ready because I'm relapsing. I would do lean and shit like that. But now he's like fully locked in and focused, he said. Like,
yeah, because
he's on it.
There was one point in time where Andrew Tate was the only person in his life that was probably saying this type of thing.
Yeah,
he was hanging out with a bunch of niggas just like him.
A bunch of degenerates.
And I'm sure what also helped too is like when Andrew Tate put him on the list, he didn't come visit him in jail for those 6 months. Like he made that nigga feel bad about that shit, which he kind of should feel bad, honestly, because it was like he only had like 5 people on the list. And it's not like you asking somebody like us.
It's like what Adam did to Crip Mag, like just kind of forget about the nigga.
But a little bit different, a little bit worse, kind of.
It's the same level of worse, you know.
Wait, worse on whose part? Crip Adams or
I think Aiden's was worse. I think Aiden's was worse than Adam and Crip Mag.
Yeah,
because Andrew was helping you to change your whole life universe.
Your life for real.
Not just for the bitches, not just for the money.
Not only was I really helping you business wise,
mentorship. It's like,
bro,
I'm shaping
I was
you.
your mentor for
Yeah,
real.
and hardly anybody has access to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
bro,
I'm
that
literally
first live stream they did when Andrew was like, "Why didn't you come visit me?"
I remember that
See
shit.
me, and he was like, "I didn't know." He was like, "Aiden, you didn't visit me." Bro.
That was like the first 15 minutes of the whole conversation.
Like, damn, bro, like this nigga is going through it. He's at the worst point of his life, and you didn't come visit him. That's kind of fucked up.
I don't know. I feel like Aiden could have spun that shit.
Nah,
he was grown ass. He was a grown ass man.
Especially when he's rich like that.
Yeah,
there's a way to spin it.
Nah.
Aiden, this is the red pill universe we're talking about.
There's a way to spin it for content, but the nigga who was in jail and you didn't come visit, you can't spin it for that nigga.
He ain't trying to hear no spin.
He ain't trying to hear no spin, nigga. I know what box to put you in forever now.
Lord, you sound like you just came home, nigga. God damn.
This nigga did.
There was nobody to dap him up outside.
I understand the sentiment.
It's hard for jail for white men.
But yeah, man, that's all I have. I think it's gonna be a good year for the Full Send and the Full Send family tree kind
Network,
of thing or whatever.
area,
you know?
whatever they are.
Even though like Bradley Martin has his own tree, Raw Talk and all that, just his gyms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're, the crossover effect is about to be nice, I think, again for this year.
The shared market space is still being shared.
Hopefully.
Slutted out.
Let's see what else I got.
Hopefully for these niggas.
I can't remember her damn name. Nikki Haley at the Breakfast Club. Did y'all watch it?
Pocahontas, yes. A little bit.
Yeah, wait, what's her native name? Nimcha.
That's her native? I never looked that up.
Can you look up her?
Yeah, they made it more concise.
Yeah, okay.
To appeal to white America.
It's Nimcha or something, but I saw it. I thought it was, I didn't know what to think. Like, 30 minutes had passed, and then I kind of like woke up out of the days. I was like, oh shit, like either politics is boring or like these, or they're not getting, they're not really talking about nothing, which is really politics. You get what I'm saying? Which is another big problem. But
you probably was just dizzy from all the circles they were spinning in.
Literally. Nimarata.
Nimarata, Nikki Haley.
Nirandawa.
Oh no, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Nirandawa. What is she? She's Native American?
She's Native American.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Barely.
Or Indian. I don't know. I think they said Indian.
Well,
I heard Indian.
Yeah, I think she said Indian.
I did hear Indian, yeah.
But I did see what?
I was about to say, apparently she was too black for the white girls and too white for the black girls.
Bro, I was so confused.
I was just about to say
because they didn't cover that in the interview.
They didn't push any further into that statement, but I was confused.
I was so lost, bro, and I was like, what is happening right now? But I didn't think Charlamagne did as bad. Like I thought he kind of handled himself kind of well in this interview compared to like other political interviews, even though I didn't know some of the stuff. I don't know her history either, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Even I don't agree with some of the shit he was saying, but I think he was pushing.
He was pushing
against better than he has in the past.
Granted, the main argument that I remember was that
premise,
is America racist, which is an easy like thing to kind of push.
Yeah, it kinda
like
is.
it's like Charlamagne, how you gonna lose that one? Like really, nigga.
I didn't want to not highlight because
it's still good though. But
yeah.
it's not like it wasn't a lot of facts being given out. Even there was a nigga in the comments, I don't like to pull, what they think. But somebody was like, yo, if you're gonna be inviting these politicians, you got to have somebody else up there that's more qualified
I seen a
than
couple
y'all
of those.
niggas.
But I'm just glad Tesla wasn't there. Thank God.
Yeah.
I feel like they've done away with her.
Maybe.
I hope we never see her again.
Be gone.
She's the worst.
So that shit like she's in the closet somewhere.
Right.
You think?
Yeah, that shit is the worst. But yeah, there was still moments.
That shit is the worst.
There was still moments in like this whole exchange where like he could have cornered her a little bit better with this.
A little bit better, but
You know
of course
what I'm
she's
saying?
still going to do her little politic tricks. But
Still let her kind of
you
squirm
still
away,
have to.
but-
You still got to shoot for it. Y'all think Jess Hilarious?
He definitely did way better.
No.
Y'all think Jess Hilarious would have added anything of value?
Nah.
Y'all
don't know how smart she is.
Oh, she probably would have ad-libbed Charlamagne.
Yo, she a smart black woman.
True.
Or just ask questions, like good questions, maybe. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like open up better combos.
Bro, Envy really just be lost in that motherfucker, bro.
I forget Envy's there until he just.
Bro, and then like when he does speak, he'd be like, well, and then it's like, part of my friends, but it's fucked up. I'm like, nigga, sit down. Like, what are you talking about, bro? When you do interject, you try to add like this urban feel to it. It's just the fact that I'm even saying you're adding an urban feel is fucking crazy.
Right, that should be natural for you.
That's how it's at. That's
Your
how
name is Rashad, nigga.
That's how I be feeling, bro.
born
It should be
urban.
feeling weird as fuck, bro. I don't know, bro.
Speaking on America's
Yeah, I don't know. This
racism.
whole interview, I didn't think the interview was bad.
Are we gonna play this?
I don't know if you don't want to. It's just you.
Fuck it, might as well.
All right.
When you say America has never been a racist country, I wonder then, what did you consider the tragic shooting of Emmanuel AME? What was that? Was that motivated by racism?
Absolutely, it was motivated. But I don't think America's a racist country. I think that America, when you look at all men should be created equal, given life, liberty, and the pursuit of
Actually,
happiness.
hit pause. I can't watch this again.
We
This is what
should
I'm saying.
strive.
Fuck that
It's
shit.
it's one of those things where it's like it's just politics.
We've heard this conversation probably.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
watch
it's
this again.
It's
Yeah.
just
Million times,
politics.
bro.
Like
Y'all-
exactly what she's about to say. You've heard a billion times.
Yeah.
Goddamn politicians.
It could have cornered her down a little bit better.
He could have really cornered her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not his job.
She also could have really cornered him. 'Cause that's one of those
It's kind of an
debates to
even
where,
fight.
like,
He was kind of an even fight.
you
yeah.
can make justifications for both sides very easily.
Yeah.
Where her dodging the question was kind of, her punching back in a sense.
Yeah.
But nah, man, this nigga, he got a job that, he does for iHeart, and he did it. You know what I mean? Stay bare level. Don't go past that, Charlamagne. And he kept his job. So
Got that right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Charlamagne.
I got I just forgot this Brennan Schwab. Bennett.
Schwab.
It's
Schaub.
Brendon Schaub has quit stand-up comedy.
Yes, he has.
I think stand-up comedy quit Brendon Schaub.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it's like I've never seen somebody get rejoiced for quitting before. There was a rejoicing
Kinda
on YouTube a
confirms
little
it, right?
bit. It was a
that was
certain level
public
of
hoopla.
It was kind of crazy. Like,
which and that's why he prefaces. I like how he prefaced it around his family and not ticket sales. He was like, man, that life, that lonely life,
being on that road,
that dangerous road.
Yeah,
I can't be road running no more. Like, nigga, you wasn't selling enough. Nobody wanted to see you, nigga.
And he never got invited to Comedy Mothership either.
Bruh,
and it was like, of course I would love to do it, but I just doubling down on your family is always a safe route.
Especially when there's actual things going on with them. Like he's got a real drama right now.
Oh,
Not
he
drama,
does?
but like I think his kid is sick. Something to that degree.
Oh, so we really can't even.
So there's a real
there's
real
a real
basis
reason
for
to
him
be
here.
spending time home, but
like what you
kind of messed up.
What type of sick? Kids get sick.
It's not chicken pox, nigga.
Yeah, it ain't no like.
It's like my kid is in and out the hospital.
Yeah, which is serious as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make you stop some shit.
Especially some shit you're not really good at.
This is the announcement.
Yeah, none's
Yeah,
funny
they were really
about that.
niggas really celebrated. It's kind of crazy.
And that's the thing. You haven't seen. Have you seen his live work?
It's trash.
Yeah, there's literally
watched,
there's videos and compilations literally made about how he steals his jokes and like how he kind of takes what like has already been said and kind of turn it into his shit. It's the whole video.
I watched his special. I watched about like 70% of it.
Gringo Poppy.
Gringo Poppy. Yeah, the one that like Joe was like he should have put that out. I watched that one. That shit is terrible for real, bro. The camera shots are bad.
I feel like I've tried it, but I feel like I turned it off.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
I made
though.
through
I
a
gotta
lot
look
of
at
it, but I didn't finish it. But I did go through a lot though.
Which is why I don't think he should have made it.
Yeah, I
it's
did
pretty
try it.
bad.
I fell asleep. I was trying to watch it at night.
And that's the thing, right? Like Brendon Schaub is like what Big Loon is to Charlemagne. You know what I mean? Just kind of a failed experiment, unfortunately.
Low key.
Unfortunately.
No, that's a
but
fact though.
It happens. You just got to move on.
But he was
Gotta pick
likable in the
another nigga.
beginning though.
No.
He was a decent.
Honestly,
wasn't he likable?
people hated him from the beginning, bro. Like true comedy fans. People that actually
I'm
enjoyed.
talking about podcast Schwab.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not true. He was
Podcast
necessarily.
Schaub, yes.
He wasn't necessarily hated.
No.
He turned his audience against him.
You want to know?
He tried to go.
This is
Yeah, he
all
did.
he's doing.
I'm not gonna. It probably wasn't hate out the door, but it was definitely like that weird lingering, like something off about him. You know what I mean? Like he's
because this nigga just started comedy and he's already friends with the most prominent niggas in the field and dropping specials. There's obviously gonna be a little animosity.
Only if
You
you're
see
not
a
good.
nigga that's not funnier than you that's reaping.
That's the part. He's not
rewards
funnier.
for you. Yeah,
If you good, niggas don't care.
you earned it.
Facts.
Niggas ain't gonna say a word. Well, maybe they might.
I don't
go
think
on
people
Club
hated him
Shay
on
Shay.
podcasts though, because he still has successful podcasts.
It's not like it's not.
You gotta
it's
look
not
at
about
the
the
comments.
podcast. It's about
Okay,
him.
okay.
You gotta look at
Like,
his comments.
It's not about like what he's saying. It's Brendon Schaub.
Yeah.
It's him as an entity. Like, damn, who's that dude?
Go back to that video because we're gonna watch that video.
Who's that black bald dude we was talking about? Who shitted on Adam?
Saint the Sinner.
Saint the Sinner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like people have that weird eerie feeling with
Gotcha.
that nigga. You know
But
what
yeah,
I mean?
let's listen to him quit real quick.
Retirement
Say it like
speech.
that, nigga.
He got the
I had
mustache
to
of a
cancel
gringo.
Austin and Nashville. And usually I hate doing that stuff. It happens. But yeah, I think this time I just don't care. That's where I'm at. I gotta be home more. I'm gonna pull back from touring so much. And I just gotta be home, man. I got to. I can't miss Tigers games. Can't miss my Bosty growing up. Baby girl. Just I can't do it anymore. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm freaking tired. You know, I've been hustling for over 12 years now. Not that I'm gonna stop doing the pods, but as far as the plane life and stuff like that, I gotta chill out. I can do spots in LA, I can do local, SoCal, NorCal, but going international or, you know, going across the freaking United States ain't happening right now. So I'm gonna take a break from that and just focus on family and do my thing, man. Do my thing. So yeah, let's get into it. Enough of that.
Sadness and Sonder.
Hey, 2 years from now, 1 year from now, what if he pops out and the nigga's just hilarious? You
I think that's gonna happen. I was just thinking that.
You think so?
That's not how it works.
I don't know this nigga at all, so maybe I'm
How
completely
you
wrong.
know how it works? You don't do stand up.
That's not how.
It's not how funny work, nigga. I know how funny works. And the people in the comments can definitely tell me that I know how funny works.
There are breaking points for people that change things in their perspective. And like, what if he walks away from this shit and
2
realizes
years
he
is a
really?
long time.
You know what I'm saying? What if he walks away from this shit and really was like, man, nah, I gotta. This is my shit I love. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
can get really good in 2 years.
He can get good. He can walk
that are
away.
focused.
You can get good, but the thing with being a celebrity that's trying stand up is that it's always going to be hard for you to get actually good because you're going to get laughs based off who you are. So you don't actually have to be as funny as you possibly could be.
Yeah, but if he's been doing stand up for how long now at this point?
I don't know. Probably like
Nice.
4. I don't want to say 4. It's not more than like on some 5
not-
to
yeah,
6.
I know it's
but
not
it's
that
not
high.
2-3 years. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
But-
couldn't really tell for real.
But this is what I'm thinking: is he knows what fake laughs sound like at least at this point.
He's stolen jokes so blatantly that like even if he does pop out 2 years from now and he's funny as fuck, I'm gonna assume it's another nigga's joke.
But what
like,
if YouTube can't trace?
2019.
But what if YouTube can't trace it though? And these are original jokes and niggas funny.
if this
Did he
crazy
stole?
hypothetical that
Did he
you're
you said that
fucking-
he stole?
No, he was saying
Oh.
that
No,
he
no,
stole.
that
I'm
he
just
stole.
saying like
If I'm
in
not,
2 years, if he really just crafted some good shit.
I don't think like
it's impossible, huh?
It's not.
Gringo
because
Poppy suck.
It's
I mean,
kind of
I'm
impossible.
just
nah, because
asking.
it's like funny isn't like what you write down. Like if you need to write something down to be funny, like nigga, that's probably a problem. He's not like funny in general.
Put it this way: there's comedians with less time than him that are already funnier than him.
Literally.
But
They started off from
he
a
might
different
not be
standpoint.
focusing either
talented.
though. He's been riding off of his wave this whole time.
Nigga, he was focused for 12 years.
He might not. No, not on
I
comedy.
think he's telling us that he's about to stop focusing on comedy. What we saw was him focusing on comedy.
That was it.
No,
Yeah.
but he just said he might still do local shit. So he might go into the little bars and do them shits and work some shit out. He might really learn his craft better by not doing
And
it on this larger field. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
he
got so
said,
many
and he
hopes.
told us, he was focused, but maybe he wasn't really focused, and now he's gonna get focused.
Why do y'all hope that he gets funny so bad?
That's how you make the argument. Come on now, nigga. Please, you gotta forgive me a better point. Brendon Schaub,
All right, I do.
he's ass though.
I know he's ass,
it's
but
not for him.
I do think y'all are underestimating. 2 years is a long time to get good. You can get good at a lot of things in 2 years,
Especially a nigga who
really
has the
good.
time.
It's not longer. Comedy takes longer though. It takes them a year.
Not everybody.
It takes them a year to make an hour.
Right, but you
And
talking
that's
about
a
a nigga who-
professional. That's a professional.
Yeah, but this is a nigga who has time on his hands.
He
He's
about to
already
have a lot
made
of time on his
it. You know what I'm
hands.
saying?
It's
You got
mo-
time
you
on
need
your
more than
hands.
time.
And how isn't he kind of good yet? 12 years, you're not kind of good.
He's
not
been
even-
floating. He didn't give a fuck.
He
was
wasn't
famous
12 years in
already.
comedy though.
Yeah, he wasn't. I think he's talking 12
about
years
12
on the
years
road.
of
Like,
grinding,
I think he's combining his UFC
Fighting
career.
and
Like
all
I've
that
been on the
shit,
road,
yeah.
like UFC, then transition to podcasting. I think he's just talking about like I've been head first grinding
So
for 12
let's say
years.
6 years, right?
Yeah.
6 years is a long time to be doing anything.
Yeah,
But what if
absolutely.
you weren't really actually trying?
So what was he doing?
He was just doing it because it was a
Because he-
free
yeah.
check.
And he developed hacky habits
Yeah.
to where that's probably going to
Yeah.
prevent him from being a true pure comic.
Like stealing jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying?
That's probably why we
There's-
think it's impossible.
It's certain.
I think that's why y'all think it's impossible.
Yeah, because it's like he's
You
already.
can do a lot in 2 years.
you don't.
But 2 years, it takes longer than that to get. Like, I was watching this one nigga talk about like how to get started in stand up, and he was like, I didn't even feel like I knew what I was doing remotely until like year 4. And that, of course, everybody's got different.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's got different progression, but that's normal. It takes a while to get good at that shit. That's why most niggas do their special 10 years into the game instead of 2, like this nigga.
Yeah.
Which is why nobody really liked it. Because he didn't.
I don't agree with that whole 10 years in the game until you do your first special thing, though. I don't believe it. I just don't believe in it.
I think you're underestimating how long it takes to develop as a comic. You're underestimating how
You're
long
right.
it takes to
You're
develop.
right. But
Not 10 exactly,
there
but
is-
it takes years.
there's a
6, 7, 8.
there's a certain level and point that you reach where it's like the first 2-3 years you're honestly wasting a special. Depending on like, but the game has changed. Just like how, for y'all music niggas, y'all don't have to drop albums anymore.
No, you drop a single.
Drop some singles, then combine that shit into an EP.
And even if
the
we
game
don't
has changed.
Even when we didn't have money to get somebody to shoot the music video, we had an iPhone.
Yeah.
We shot the music
Did
video.
it yourself.
The game has changed.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But it's still the overall like classic view of comedy, like that whole like it's a certain amount of time that has to pass.
Comedy needs to pick it the fuck up, man. They're moving too slow for me.
You
it's
can't,
like all this old mindset and shit like it's just certain shit I just don't value in it. Like niggas like they just 10 years you can't get funny in too. Nigga, what? Since what world? Like what world do niggas do things passionately or actively for 2 years that they can't get really good at? And then just like other things, like that's amongst things. Like I think comedians need to talk about each other. I think they should do specials if they have the means to do it. Like it's just shit like that.
How good at rapping would you be if you could only do it 5 minutes a night for 3 nights a week?
Just about to
Nigga,
say.
I did that shit a lot and I got really good.
No, but how if you only rapped for 5 minutes a night, 3 nights a week? How good at rap could you possibly get?
Fantastic. Ask Lauren how much I really rap. Nigga, I got really
I think
good
you
really
heard me
fast.
say 5 minutes. You can only rap for 5 minutes a period.
Nigga, I'm a lazy rapper and I got nice really
But
quick.
but the idea of that you're giving an argument that
I do
helps.
hear what you're saying.
No, stop. You're giving them an argument that helps them. Comedy is harder than rapping lyrics that you've already kind of pre-planned.
I don't know
If
about
you're
that.
on there for 5 minutes,
Making
you're
music's hard.
working a crowd. You're playing with human beings. Of course, making music is hard. I know
Yeah.
that's
Both of them are actually-
but
they're
let's not
closer in
act
range.
like
They're hard in their own respects.
one of them you're fighting other people.
You're fighting
the
other
other
people,
one
both of
you're
them.
fighting yourself. And
You're fighting other
depending
people.
on
You're also fighting to get the chance to do it. That's what I'm saying. You have to get stage time. When you're starting off in them first 3-4 years, you're
Nigga.
gonna get a minute a night.
Nigga,
I can go to good nights.
Nigga, while this show was
tomorrow,
airing
bro.
right now, I could do a 2-minute set at the Charlie Goodnight.
Yeah,
right
I can
now.
go out there right now. But what I'm
Put my name on the paper. I'm on stage.
But I think
nigga.
y'all. I don't know
Like,
if y'all
literally.
heard something that
Yeah,
he said.
but like you gotta understand, like it takes more.
I can start today. Like I
but
can start
2
now.
minutes at a time. That's not a lot of
Yes.
time to develop.
I can do it.
There's
4
not
days
a lot
a
of
week.
reps.
There's enough clubs I can do this shit 4 days a week.
And you think you can get good enough in 2 years
Hell
to make
yeah.
a special that's
we're talking
funny?
about passionately.
yeah.
Like that's the word I was saying.
Talking
Like
about a
early-
nigga really trying to get
a
at
nigga
it.
actually trying
So
for
why
like,
didn't Brendon Schaub do it?
bro, a nigga trying for 1 year
Because he had the Joe
can do a
Budden.
lot.
I mean, that's damn.
He
had
tried
the
a lot longer,
he
right?
He had the Rogan stimulus.
That should make it easier, right?
I would feel less inclined
No,
to get better when I'm guaranteed 100,000. Like this nice.
What happened
Now we're
was
just changing with the conversation.
what happened
No, we're
was
not.
he was trying to get better. He was on those early pods when like Shane Gillis was kind of a nobody. When like really all like them early niggas, Burt Kreischer, they was just working their way up. He just was just not funny, and that's just what it is. He just wasn't as funny, and I don't think he has what it takes to necessarily.
You don't think he has an affinity? You don't think he has an affinity?
Even
Do you
be a
think
comic.
I was about to say, do you think
That's it.
anybody
That's
can
it.
just rap and
That's
be
it.
good at rap
That's
if
what
they
I'm
rap
saying.
long enough?
No.
That's not how this shit
No.
works.
He-
That's my point.
There's some
never
people who just
gonna-
aren't good. That's your point.
Yeah, he can get better at like being present on stage. Like it's certain technical shit he can do, but he's not gonna get it funnier.
But also,
might.
he's so bad. No, but
might.
just like how somebody like they should never touch a stage, never touch a mic. You know
notepad.
that guy or girl. This is him.
But at the same time, I do know a nigga that a long time ago who used to come through our apartment, and that nigga would write the most I've ever seen anybody write in my life. And he got one project out there that I was like, you did that pretty well. Now he did fall right the fuck back off.
And you know where a lot of those people in this field go? The writer's room.
Yeah.
Some of them end up doing both, like, Chris Rock, with his shows and also being on stage. But for the most part, like, those people go to the writer's room, but he shouldn't even be there because he's going to fuck up whatever room that is. Like, he's going to completely contaminate that room with stolen jokes, and they're going to be, like, off-tempo.
I
They're
will
not going to
say
be said
there
correctly.
is definitely a world of people who just aren't good at what they choose to do. So if that's what you're coming at it with, saying that based on what you saw, you just think this nigga is like just chose the wrong motherfucking thing. That could be a thing.
I've heard Brendon say funny things, maybe, just off the basic fact that he's a comic. I'm just gonna assume.
I'm pretty sure I've laughed at something he said
but
on the podcast, not stand up.
On the level of like you're a comic and you're stealing jokes.
You keep bringing up stealing jokes. Is
You'll
that
never be
what-
good.
That's a cardinal sin. Once you do that, it's kind of over for you.
Outside of the cardinal sin, do you think he has an affinity for comedy? Do you
No.
think he can be funny?
No.
That's my
God
question
damn it,
to you.
Lauren. We've been saying this shit for 15 minutes.
Straightforward just now. You ain't saying nothing.
We're saying
You kept talking about the damn stealing jokes. I'm not talking about that.
No,
nigga.
They be getting stuck on that shit.
Nah, because we've already like in our head, he's so bad that like the idea that we even have to say like he has the affinity for comedy.
This is a silly conversation.
No. But to answer your question, no. He doesn't even have
Brendon
the affinity.
Schaub funny in 6 years.
I just thought of another topic too. Is that I'm gonna roll to next after this? It's more comedy.
And I feel like y'all niggas don't. I feel like y'all are underestimating how long it takes to get good at that shit.
No, I understand. I'm on your side with the comedy.
It's this nigga named Cam Patterson. He be going on Kill Tony. He's 2 years into stand-up comedy.
Shout out Cam
Is that
Patterson.
dude?
He's the black dude.
With the rock story. The
Yeah.
rock
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
He's funny, but then when you watch him, you can tell this nigga's 2 years in.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
it's just like there's a certain.
It's so deep. Comedy is one of the hardest things you could do, and that's why it takes the longest time to get good at.
I think I could put out a pretty good special in 2 years. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
I don't think so.
I genuinely believe that.
I don't think so.
I do.
no.
I don't think you do.
And you remember,
really do.
You remember,
I really do.
You remember when I told you about how comedians are like is a brotherly, is a rivalry because niggas treat that art like it's something everybody can just do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just said that you could put together a fucking special in 2 years. That's the most ridiculous shit. That's the most crazy shit I've ever heard.
I'm also ridiculously talented. Are we kidding me? Nigga, are you kidding me? Nigga, my resume is through the roof, nigga. Are you crazy?
Jay, we're
Nigga,
not
y'all
saying
know
you're
what-
not
y'all-
talented.
But it's really like that though.
But
Nigga, when I put my mind to shit, I get busy, bro.
I don't think.
Nigga, I played the violin. I've tap danced. Nigga, I'm a videographer. I've done a lot of shit.
You didn't
Rapping.
wake up.
Nigga,
and
my
go,
shit is really like
you
that.
didn't wake up and go, I'm gonna be the
Podcasting?
best tap dancer.
No.
That was your
Hold on,
mother's dream.
Justin, hold
No,
on.
it wasn't.
hold
I said
on,
I wanted to
hold
do
on,
that shit.
hold on.
I'm glad you said that.
Where are your championships? Where are your championships?
I'm about to collect all my medals this year. I'm gonna collect all my medals this year.
This year, next week, we gonna see.
Oh wait, no, I have,
But they have championships, though.
I
They're
have
championships.
championships.
They're
I have
championships.
championships
They're
for
championships.
sure.
Okay.
I have championships. I've done
Sounded
shows
like
on Broadway, nigga. Let's not get it fucked up. I got championships.
Okay.
Yeah.
What comedy championships do you have?
None, but I can do
But
it.
then there's also different levels of championships because for a nigga who's never rapped before at all to
Y'all don't
rap
have enough
and
faith
then,
in yourself. That's the
to
only
not
difference.
rap it all once and then
We know
start
how hard
rapping.
it
Wait,
is.
to not rap it all once, start rapping, and a couple years in, throw successful shows that are sold out, damn near shit like that. That's a championship in its own. I've now garnered a fan base off something that I've taken 2 years out of my time to like
Zero to
actually do.
nothing
I
to
went from
something.
0 to this. You know what I'm saying? So there's championships on that level too. That just proves that I have the ability to do this thing. So I might not have been at the top of it, but I've shown myself that I can do this if I continue. Type
Well,
of shit.
I would like to officially challenge AJ
Nigga, I would
to
go.
write an fucking hour set.
Well, we need the
I wanna see
time.
an hour.
You need the time. You need the time. That's
wanna
We've
see
been
how
talking
it
about we'll all do is nigga. I'll do an open mic this week. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm with it.
All right.
But I do. The
y'all
one
the
thing.
comedy niggas.
All
Y'all,
right.
y'all supposed to be way ahead of us already.
See, the thing is, niggas is not nervous about doing a set. You said you could put together an hour
I think I
comedy
could.
special.
I think I
You
could.
don't have an hour of jokes. You don't have a 60 minutes.
I don't have an hour right now because I haven't thought about doing
But
it.
you don't know how long it takes to get an hour.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you should have 30 minutes now.
You have to work
And
it
you
out.
gotta-
You should
I
have
have
30
30
minutes
I was about to say,
now.
I
you
have
gotta
30
under-
minutes of funny stories.
You
I do.
gotta no,
you gotta
have
work it out.
30
You gotta
minutes
work it
of
out.
what you think is
Yeah,
funny.
you gotta
don't
work it
have,
out. I know.
You don't have 30 minutes of I've tested
I can
this
have
joke.
a solid 30 minutes and 30.
But you
man.
haven't tested the joke against multiple audiences
That's fine. But
on
in
different nights.
In 6 months, I can throw. I'll have a solid 30 minutes.
You don't have the time.
I
Yeah, that's
don't,
the
but I
time.
can
You need
do it.
time.
That's how I know it's going to be bad. You don't even have the time to actually do it right.
Yeah.
I don't have the time right now, but
Put
I
it like
could.
this. Put it in perspective,
If I dropped
right?
everything and focus on comedy, nigga, I would be funny.
But
as shit.
AJ, you know the actual time it takes to do comedy, like for real though.
No, I'm dead ass serious.
No, I'm not
joking.
talking about that.
dead
I'm not
serious.
talking about. I know you're serious, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like you know that it would have to be something like the scenario would have to be played out to where you can work this shit out. That's the
Yeah,
only way
yeah,
it works. Like
for sure,
the
but-
only way it works is like you literally have to go. I think it can be done in 2 years. I think you're underestimating that, and I think you're overestimating it too. I think both of y'all are kind of.
I think the older you get,
As
the
most
longer
debates
you do.
on this podcast get, there's extremes. But nah, nigga, it take time. It takes
takes
a lot
time,
of
but
time.
I'm saying if you have the
gotta
time, it can
work
be
out
done.
a
You just gotta
joke.
work it out.
Yo, it's jokes that Dave Chappelle, it took him like 9 months to figure out.
Facts.
It wasn't funny the first 8 months of him telling the joke, and he
Facts.
got it on the 9th month.
Facts.
And yeah, AJ the Menace.
You talk about it.
This is David LaChapelle.
But
it's hard.
For all intents and purposes, I kind of believe the same thing about myself. Now, I think the only thing I'll say is I know I would need the time to work that motherfucker out. But I could do it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. 2 years of focus is a lot of time.
Well, but I need complete like silence everywhere else in life.
I can still go to work. Same way I did everything else.
Nah, not for comedy. I think,
bro. You did.
You
did a verse every week.
I know. Yeah, I know. I could do it.
You ever write a joke?
Yeah, I have. I did a comedy little thing in here once.
Yeah, we have done stand up before.
I did it like a 15-minute set.
We have. I forgot.
Let me hear your best joke.
We've done stand up.
And I had niggas laughing, and it wasn't just like.
Have you even been on stage yet, nigga?
We've been on stage. We've been on stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, not stand up. No, not telling jokes.
Yeah, we've done
stand
stand up before.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We put a show together.
In front of like the homies and like all their random people that they brought.
And random people that they
Yeah, it was like a house party. They were not giving us cheap laughs.
Not complete strangers.
Not everybody got laughs.
But we'll give it to them.
Not everybody got laughs.
Yeah, not everybody got laughs for sure.
There was more than one people.
If we want to have a battle of sets, we can do that.
What?
So if we want to have a battle of sets, we can do that.
Use a different
battle of sets.
A battle of sets, nigga.
Yeah, come on.
Could be crazy.
You know what I'm talking about? Stand-up sets, nigga.
But
but hold on. I want to know what your best joke was.
I'll definitely be better than Brendon Schultz.
I had a premise that I worked out.
I had you motherfucker.
That's the thing. They think they're funnier than Brendon Schaub, right?
No, absolutely.
That's what's crazy.
They are.
I can do that.
I know.
I can do that.
No,
they are.
No.
I had a premise that I worked out.
No,
Like,
on stage, I haven't seen y'all niggas.
half the set was one premise. Half my set was one premise, and it was like the premise of like, what do big women see when they see me?
And this is the problem.
Set was one premise.
Think about this. This
what are you talking about? You can work
conversation.
that out. There's bits that work. The premise was worked out into like.
Oh, I'm not saying the science of having a premise and working it out into a full bit is something fucked up.
It was a good bit.
But half of your set, how long was your set?
It was 15 minutes.
You had a 15-minute set to where 7 minutes of the set was one premise.
Yeah, because I was working out a good joke.
You niggas think that they can make an hour? This is
because that one premise allowed for the bit to be like drawn out. I played the bit the right way.
Is one joke.
Dave Chappelle does that all the time.
No. One premise is not one joke.
No, not one joke.
You can't do what Dave Chappelle
One
does.
premise is not one joke. I had multiple jokes off of one premise.
That's what you think.
I had multiple jokes off of one premise. What are you talking about?
You might be right. It's hilarious.
Nigga, when I did mine is all storytelling. I just tell a story about some hoe shit that I've done, but I just tell you all the funniest part of the hoe story. I could drag that story out forever.
Even then, right?
That's
Brendon
not Schaub thought.
That's not like
his was trash. Mine was funny.
There's levels to shit. Like you can rap on a song, or you can get on a song.
2024 is what I'm fighting against coming.
But
fuck these rules, nigga. Do what you want to do to get a laugh.
You want more bad projects.
It's not rules, it's standards. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's a different level of standards. You can get on a mic and rap.
Get people to laugh, right?
There's a way to do it.
Yeah, right.
That's the goal.
So
you can get just like in every industry, there's like a structure, there's rhythms, there's like A, B, A, B, A, A.
Y'all are ignoring them.
No,
that's the
no,
point we're
I'm not.
making.
I'm just saying
in music,
the rules are meant to be broken too. You can recreate yours as long as it ends in a laugh.
He's saying don't pigeon yourself in saying that I can
don't
only
pigeon yourself in the
do
rules.
this for 10 years. He's saying nigga, go out and do it.
The goal is just to laugh.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Get there however you feel like it. Use the structure. But you can break the structure.
But that's all my point ever was is the goal is the laugh. Niggas just focus on making a special in the first 2 years when your goal needs to be the laugh for that first one.
That is my goal in the first 2 years. And then I'm just gonna tell somebody to turn the camera on one day.
You're not ready. You're not funny.
Even then.
But you gotta understand, right? You're going against niggas who's been doing this shit for 12 years before they really thought that they could have a camera in front of them. That's what you're up against. So you 2 years in
close-minded
with
niggas,
your experience.
you sound like I'm gonna win.
No, it's niggas who took the craft seriously.
I do think that if today the times have changed, like you were saying, the game has shifted. There's so much ability today. I think if a person started comedy with the idea that they want to do a special, because specials are so much more prevalent, that they could get there faster today than they would have years ago.
But that's
you know what I'm saying?
problem.
Because I feel like comedians in the past had special content prepared, but didn't hone it.
Nigga, you're not special yet. You're 2 years in. Learn how to tell a joke.
So the concept of what a special is supposed to take time. But what is the concept of what a special is has changed. So the concept of a special is just saying an hour. It's not saying it's a special. It's saying what's your hour, what's your comedy special?
Why did the concept change?
Because the quality changed.
Why did the concept change?
Because of the ease of access.
The quality got lowered,
The quality
right?
got lower, but it was ease of access.
Because niggas was 2 years in trying to make
the quality got lower because the barrier entry it got destroyed.
Just like music. Just like music.
All industries.
Everything.
All industries.
All
This
industries,
as well.
Except the NBA.
That's true.
It's still hard as fuck to get in.
Yeah, pro sports. Yeah. But the quality has a lot of people argue the quality's gone.
All creative,
all the creative stuff.
all the stuff
social media.
for sure.
The barrier entry.
But
it's also allowed for people who have the talent to rise. So the cream of the crop can rise a lot faster. So even though there's
what's that dude's name?
There are people who came out, whatever they're doing, who have the ease of access, jumped in it and got good really fast. So that ability is there now for comedians who actually have the affinity for it. So you have to be good at it, but it doesn't necessarily have to take as long anymore. You feel what I'm saying?
But the thing is, and like we've been on this for a minute, but even with them niggas, I don't think that's
making an
what's best for them.
argument.
Because I see Cam Patterson in situations to where it's like, nigga,
it's the standards of good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Cam Patterson, he's definitely better than me. He's been on stage way more than me.
Yeah.
But
the dude that be at Kill Tony.
And so I'm watching him, and I'm like, this guy is good. I like him, but it's a certain level to where it's like, it's no amount of funny that can fix it. It's just literally time.
No, it is. It's timing. It's timing, the rhythm, like
but
the way
no,
that
also
you do
literal
it.
time.
I know,
Like,
That's how you get to it. That's how you get to the timing and rhythm of your specific
because
pattern.
comedy takes a long
Because comedy is a long game. Because it's patterns. You do have to do things in patterns. I want y'all to know that I am actually kind of a comedy purist as well, so I know where you're coming from. But I'm just saying the game has changed a little bit.
And like when we talk about these 1 year niggas that you speak of, that you are, nigga, you're in the likes of Eddie Griffin. Like who the come on? Like, it took Eddie Griffin 1 year.
We say Eddie Griffin is trash? Is that what we're doing? I'm confused.
No, I'm saying like you're on the Mount Rushmore with Eddie Griffin. If you're saying like nigga, a year or two,
you went to the NBA out of high school. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
That's the comparison that you're making for yourself.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Because you're so funny.
I'm saying it sounds like I'm hearing a bunch of niggas who don't have faith in themselves. That's what it sounds like to me.
Nah, you hear some niggas who have respect for the actual
and
artistry.
It's also the conversation.
Why
started.
can't a comedian just drop a fucking EP? Why, if you feel like you have a solid 30-minute, maybe it's not an hour, because
they're doing that now. They're doing that now.
So it's like, why can't you just drop a fucking solid 20 minutes you have on YouTube? What's the issue?
Akash Singh did that. Like they dropped 20 minutes. Like they're doing that.
What is the issue with that?
He's at the point in time where he should be doing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but comedians are doing that in general though.
What's the
They're starting
problem?
to do that because
it doesn't make no sense.
Because there's also an art to creating a special even after you have your jokes. So there's an art to like learning how to put it together.
Because it's not just. It's like an album, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking what was Travis Scott's last album?
Utopia or some shit.
Some shit like Utopia. I think so.
But what was the one before that?
Astroworld.
Astroworld.
Mm-hmm. So specifically with Astroworld, because I listened to that one. That was
selective Travis Scott.
I didn't listen to the last. I didn't listen to like really Utopia, but like there's a way to make an album, which y'all know. Like you can put songs together, which it'll be a collection of good fucking songs.
You can do an EP or LP.
Or you could put them and rearrange them in a way that's conducive for what the classical term for what an album is.
Right.
And that's what a special is. So it's like you saying, what's up with all this?
My argument.
Why can't we just take away what a special is? It's like,
I'm not saying that.
Nigga, I know, but I'm just saying like overall. It's like, no, we can't. We're taking away the purity of it, and that's gonna take away from like the quality.
Nobody that you respect in comedy agrees with what you're saying.
They also didn't have fucking social media either.
Social media doesn't make you better at comedy. It doesn't make comedy less time consuming to get good at. You can put your bullshit specials out faster, but it doesn't make you better at comedy.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying, I get that.
Yeah, so but why'd you bring up social media?
Because I know I could be good.
But you're also not crazy. You're not crazy
saying,
for thinking you could do it in 2 years.
I'm just saying, like, but this is the thing. Saying niggas on, like, if most comedians in this climate of social media, and we all got iPhones, we all got fucking, everything is accessible as fuck, and you're a comedian of 4 years, and you at this point are doing shows, and you get people to laugh for 30 minutes at a time, consistently. You're a year 4, a year 3 comedian, and you've gotten good enough to where generally people are laughing for a solid 20 to 30 minutes from me. Why can't you turn your camera on and just put your 20 to 30 minutes out? Why is there some imaginary rule that says I should block my blessings and not sell this product this solid 20 minutes that I have and wait another 8 more years or 4 more years so I'm an 8 to 10 year and I have a full hour? For what? For fucking what? I can make an album in 10 years, but I could put EPs out and singles out along the way. Andrew Schultz dropping a bit a week was him dropping a single every week. That's literally what it was. We could put 4 weeks together, and we have Andrew Schultz has dropped an EP essentially. Why would you block? Just because typically we're supposed to wait 8 years? Fuck that shit. Why would I do that to myself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I not sell a product that I can sell when I have the access to do it at little to no cost? That makes no sense. You're literally just stopping. You see, you can literally just sell a DVD or whatever, digital shit or whatever of yourself.
Slinging DVDs out the trunk. Right. No, you can actually sling DVDs out the trunk.
Yeah, but it's like you can literally sell the solid 20 that you have, the solid 15 that you have. And I can take this 15 minutes seriously. Just like some people put EPs together, there's 5 fucking songs on them, but they have laced an entire story within 5 fucking songs. There are people that do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Blast did that video shit and TR Wack.
Several people have done that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why just because I'm a comedian I have to wait fucking 8 to 10 years? Fuck that shit, nigga. I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's the internet.
You can. Listen,
it doesn't make no sense.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Ass rule.
But everybody that has done that, who are they?
Which is
nobody, because this is now. You could do this now.
You've been able to do this for the last couple of years.
You've been able to do this for the last couple years.
For a very long time.
Because y'all like to block y'all blessings mentally. I don't know why y'all haven't done it.
No.
I literally don't know why.
No.
Schultz was ridiculous for dropping a fucking joke a week. That seems crazy to me too.
Some crowd work. It was crowd work.
Wait, what do you mean it was crazy?
Like,
for the clips and the reels?
Yeah, like him doing the one clip a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like
niggas thought he was crazy. He dropped his special on YouTube, like the 3-5 whatever. I don't know if it was that an hour? That wasn't even an hour.
That was an hour. That was the first short one.
He's literally doing everything that I'm talking about right now. He's literally doing everything that I'm talking about.
He did that
Why
first.
the fuck am I waiting on you niggas?
Yeah.
I just put it out, and we respect Schultz as one of the.
He was working. See, here's the thing. He was working the comedy.
Talking about sets or specials?
Wait.
I was just about to ask. Are you comparing a set to a special? Are you saying that those are the same thing?
I'm talking about a body of work.
A 15-minute set on YouTube is not a special. It's a 15-minute set on YouTube. And there's no problem with dropping a 15-minute set on YouTube, but that is not a special.
You can have
a special
is normally an hour.
The qualification for a special is 1 hour.
Typically,
is that it?
Yeah.
Technically,
but
on a technical term, but the idea of what a special is, it's not a.
Don't put extra gas on it. Tell me what the qualifications are.
A special is an hour-long show that is a culmination of all the jokes I've been crafting for the last couple of years.
Okay, so it's 1 hour. That's the just tell me the qualifications. Don't put the extra gas on it. The qualifications are 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if Schultz dropped 4 sets, and he could put them together, and that would be a special.
Well, what's this? He could put them together. He dropped them individually on purpose.
No, but I'm saying,
what is the put them together?
No,
what the fuck was that?
No, but what I'm saying is, if he dropped 4 15-minute sets, then he's essentially shot a special in 1 year.
Essentially shot a special.
He has, because it's an hour, nigga. What the fuck?
No,
that's an hour.
It's beyond just an hour set. It's beyond that.
He's trying to.
Wait,
Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me mediate a little bit because Jay's done.
I'm gonna say
because you know
he's
you know what you're doing.
He's bullshitting.
You know what you're doing.
How the fuck is 4 15 individual videos the same as a 160 minute?
Because it equals 1 hour.
No, nigga.
The math is right.
Nigga, no.
The math is right.
That's
what
mad.
The fuck?
That's not a special.
Wait. Y'all are
so
missing.
Hold on. If we drop 15-minute podcast clips, is that one podcast altogether now?
Listen, hold on. Listen, y'all both missing each other's point.
So why would you do that for a comedy special?
Yeah, they're both kind of missing each other.
They're missing each other's point.
Go ahead.
Nigga, okay, y'all just conflating things. So essentially, what he's trying to say, what Toad is trying to say, is that the hour special has to all be cultivated for this 1 hour special together.
It's one piece.
But I also think you're forgetting that it's possible for me to put out 15 different things and find a way to tie them together. So that's what he's trying to say. No, wait. He's just
find a way to tie. Y'all don't know
y'all are using language. That I'm trying to conceptualize what the fuck that means.
Okay, let me finish.
Put them all together.
What do you
mean by that?
like niggas who've never put a project together. That's what y'all sound like.
No, the thing is, you're trying to apply rap rules to fucking comedy.
To comedy.
With a 15-minute
I'm putting
project.
artistic rules together.
No, artistic rules.
There's artistic
Listen. So like, I'm working out shit.
Every art has different rules.
I'm working out shit in the comedy club. I'm working out shit, and I have these jokes, and these jokes fly, and they fucking make people laugh.
For the most part,
right?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is it a concise hour? Is it an hour that's put together, not 15 individual
okay,
shit?
so wait, when you're working out your jokes to do your hour, do you do an hour? Do you have to do an hour in the comedy set every time to know that joke is gonna go in my hour? No, I can go to a comedy set and do 30 minutes and know that your 30 minutes is gonna be in my hour.
That's called working it out.
So what I'm saying is, now that I have a 30, if I put out 30 on YouTube, right? I know it's a solid 30. If I do another 30 in the club and I know it's a solid 30, I put these 30s together and make an hour. That's a special because I put it together.
You're right. Keyword you said not on YouTube. He's talking about putting them shits out on YouTube first. 4 individual with different sets.
He's using that
and
as
then putting them together on YouTube.
No, not after it's already out. He's just using the concept to say that if I can do this, if I can do this, then I can do this. That's all it is.
Period.
If I can do this,
if I can make 4 15
if I know I've done this,
I can make 1 hour.
That's what he's trying to say.
Period.
It's not. I'm not saying I'm gonna put it out now and then I gotta put it together. He's saying if I can do this once, then I can replicate this and I can put it together and create a special. That's what he's trying to say.
Period. I have the ability to make an hour.
For your sake, I hope so, nigga. I can't wait to see this special.
You are applying some like
he's making
music
it rap.
mogul ideology.
He's making this shit music, nigga.
To comedy.
Common sense.
Yo, you look so disgusted.
You're adding your muscle memory. He's adding what he knows.
Bro, you look so disgusted. It's hilarious.
Because it's a different game. I don't even like it's We need like a real comedian to come in and make everybody just shut the fuck up because.
Shout out to the real comedians.
Yeah, I'm not a comedian at all.
I know y'all agree with me.
And I honestly, it may not sound like it to y'all.
Ooh, can you call one right now?
I might be able to actually.
Who?
Wafik.
I was about to say somebody.
I mean, I will say I'm more in line with a lot of your thought process than you may think.
I know.
I can hear it.
Because you understand the ideology.
He understands what we're talking about.
But the problem is, I understand him too.
You also you understand the Jewish man that's speaking.
Yeah,
that's
what
who's trying to pimp out like
they're thinking in terms of my
Why would you be a starving fucking comedian? Like this nigga, like the nigga, what's the nigga's name that's on Kill Tony? Like he's hot. Like he's hot right now.
Yeah,
he's early. Like you say, he can't hold his own for 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. Like,
and he's putting out clips, 1 minute clips, 5 minute clips, but don't think of it as he's selling himself short because comedy.
I don't think he's selling himself short.
I
think he can sell himself. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he has to wait for 8 years to sell himself.
No, it's not about. You're putting too much emphasis on the specific 8 years. Like, fuck the 8 years.
Yeah, you're making it a real number.
It's just more That's because you did.
No, because you're making it seem like it could just happen in the next 2 years. It takes more time than that. What's possible?
For Eddie Griffin,
possible is I'm good at something. Possible is possible. So the thing is, do have to get it out of your mind that it's impossible. Don't make it impossible.
Do we have to pull up?
It's a possibility.
Do we have to pull up somebody's set?
Semantics. We're getting what you're saying.
Okay, good.
But at the same time, let's not try to diminish the value of what we're talking about.
I'm not.
We're talking
This
about
that lore I don't like about comedy.
I'm not trying to diminish the value.
And I get what you're saying.
I don't like
but
that shit.
It's still the mindset and the art form that it is. It's a little bit different from music.
It's a lot
just
different
a
from
little
music.
bit.
It's very different from music.
Just a little bit. It's a lot more people pleasing.
The business is the same. Andrew Schultz proved that.
Music's easier.
The business
it's a little bit different.
Andrew Schultz proved it.
What you mean?
He proved it because he did what no comedian would dare do before.
No, he didn't. Louis C.K. did it first. See, that's another thing. The niggas just be saying shit.
That's what he said.
Andrew's supposed to say
that. Putting out one a week. It damn sure wasn't
one joke a week. He was one of the first people to definitely put crowd work out. But then again, he
wasn't the first person.
I know he wasn't the first.
But the main
yeah.
The main white dude, he was. But again, I saw like what he was doing before him. So
me too.
And you saw Andrew Schultz after he was in the game for a minute. He earned the right to be able to where he's at. And you didn't see nothing on YouTube of Andrew Schultz until he earned that right to be there.
In a long time, a lot of people don't, because he used to roll with Patrice back in the day, like the later
diabetes stage,
the later end of Patrice's life. Andrew Schultz was around Patrice, so it's like
he saw Elephant in the Room when it was taped.
If you can't hear it in his comedy, like that's so.
Yeah, he was there.
That's probably where a lot of his self-indulgence come from. But overall, like He wasn't Andrew Schultz when he was with Patrice. He was just some like unknown shitty comic.
And he was probably 3 years in at that point in time.
Exactly.
And Patrice is treating this nigga like a lackey, like a bag boy. Because you haven't earned it yet, nigga.
I would never
You're
be
not funny yet. It's that simple.
That's the main part, though. You just got to be funny.
You're not.
But funny doesn't. But funny doesn't come that easy. Is what you're saying. And
I mean by funny is that like not.
You know
not
what
just,
it is with these fucking comedians? These comedians that have been around for a while, they be trying to treat new comedians. It's like you're my squire type shit.
That's how it is with everything.
That's
how
it is with rap.
Nigga with
That's
wood.
not how it is with everything, nigga.
With woodworking, we can talk about woodworking. If you're in an apprentice. Apprenticeship,
that's because you're learning a skill, though.
You're learning a skill, and
like
you're watching a nigga that's above you, a Mr. Miyagi, which is in all areas of trade,
nigga,
and entertainment, music, comedy,
not really,
acting.
But you just have to be. You just have to be.
It takes time.
But it takes time. But it takes
a minute. You don't want a mentor.
I've done everything. Yeah,
even with Cam Patterson,
you also have to be a lover of the game.
Even with Cam specifically, right? He has a mentor that's not as famous as him, but it's been doing comedy way longer.
Yeah.
And they so cool that Tony allows his mentor to go on and do a set on Kill Tony. The nigga is just way more seasoned than Cam. Even though Cam is lit right now. He's the star.
Yeah.
The nigga, you could just tell the nigga been telling jokes longer. You could tell in the jokes.
Right.
Yeah,
you can hear it.
For sure.
So,
And you're gonna get better with time, no matter what.
So real quick, what I think we should do, because this segment was fucking crazy long.
This is 40 minutes.
Yeah,
this is his own thing.
Yeah.
This is his own thing.
I'm gonna have to pull this out. the main episode, because not the whole thing, but like a good portion of it. Like,
okay.
I can't. I'm not gonna put the whole thing in there.
There was a point in time where I didn't want to say nothing no more because I was like, this is gonna keep going, but like, fuck, he's being egregious. This nigga's being egregious.
All right, so
shit.
Let me do this. I forgot the bell was existing. So yeah, y'all, welcome back to the episode. Pretty much what happened was, if you want to watch that entire argument really unfold, it wouldn't stop. Make sure y'all hit the link in the description. I'll put it in the description because I have to pull it out just to, because at some point it's gonna drive some of y'all crazy. Yeah. Comedy enthusiasts, whatever. Comedy lovers that want to hear a comedy debate. That is the video. Look in the description or look up here in the corner. It'll be very noticeable where it's supposed to be at.
Shout out to Brendon Schaub. He started this.
Yeah, shout out to Brendon Schaub for being so bad at comedy. He's making
niggas think that other people can do comedy.
Yeah,
easy,
pretty much. So yeah,
that's what the problem is.
But you got that. All right, so man, that really got out of control. All right,
it was enjoyable though.
These comedy conversations always get there.
It was enjoyable.
They do, because I know you're not gonna stop, so I just keep going.
And I know you're not gonna stop, nigga.
Oh God! All right.
I was to say it's late. We all got work.
Yeah, it is. Y'all want to just jump to office hours?
We got some.
Yeah, we got a good one.
We got a bunch of them actually.
Do we ever get like any crazy office hours, or is that mainly just for like while? Like we get like kind of crazy shit?
Office hours is more specifically for. It's not about like they can ask us anything. They just tend to ask us about this podcast and shit.
Oh yeah,
That's what you mean by wild.
Yeah.
Like, why is my girl?
What did you mean by crazy?
It doesn't.
He means
even
like,
matter.
why is my girl's pussy making noise?
Yeah,
just LOY Wednesdays at 6.
Yeah, type shit
like that.
But office hours, if y'all don't know, if y'all knew, hashtag office hours. Any questions? Any questions or concerns? Anything you want us to talk about or touch on?
What's that macaroni
Specifically in the podcast space, but also in regular life. You know, any problems you got going on? Hashtag office hours. We gonna get to it, answer it.
Yeah, we got quite a few actually.
White man, could you pull these up?
Yeah, I got the first one popping up as we speak, my brother.
Hashtag office hours. What's up, classmates? It's the superintendent. Oh, this is the
one.
And it wasn't Cletus.
It was Jeff Short.
I thought of, what's up, classmates? It's the superintendent of the Board of Education checking in. Was there a conversation before or after the JBP collab where y'all asked him why he called y'all Menace to Society and how long he's been watching from afar?
So not the first question.
There was a conversation. It was the day before we went there. He pretty much niggas fuck our name up. It's just what it is. Like Danny still calls us Menace Entertainment. He had 1 week where he got it right. He's right back to Menace Entertainment.
Poetik Flakko recently hit his stride with saying it correctly.
Yeah, it's just
shout
like,
out for that.
Yeah, I think it's
Pete
just
said this must have incorporated on the index card.
yeah, it's just. I think it's just people that's just for some reason there's just not a connection somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So.
But yeah, Joe Budden, he's been a fan of the work. He's been watching for a minute.
Wow, yeah.
At least episode 14, apparently.
Before
but that's
that,
alleged. That's why I said before, because
Joe started watching within the first 10 episodes. He said,
"Yeah,
it's been quite a while.
Something around that."
Yeah.
Was there another part to that question?
No,
those were the two
parts. I'm gonna pull up another one first, and then there's one I actually have to do research for. So
okay,
we're gonna come here first.
Yeah, we gotta do research.
Office hours.
Caseload of Moses.
Since you guys touched on the Rogan verse, why do you think Rogan hasn't had Charlemagne back on his pod solo without Schultz? And that was like 4 years ago.
I don't think either one of them are truly interested in it for real. Like, I think it's one of them situations where it could happen, but it's not in the forefront of anybody's mind.
It doesn't feel like
some things are
when
past
they came
their
together.
time.
Yeah, when it came together, it made sense. Like
because Schultz
was just made that connection.
And
he
threw the ladder back.
Yeah, like, my homie, and it's like, of course I know Charlemagne. Yeah, tell your friend, have him come up. It was, just whatever.
And it was a pretty good episode too.
It was
overall, like the three together, that actually works.
Because Joe went through they went through Charlemagne's history kind of.
Yeah.
So they were getting. It was really Charlemagne and Schultz. Rogan getting to know each other for the first time.
It's kind of like when Chappelle and Donnell Rollins went up there. It's like the other homie was like, he wasn't piggybacking it, but he was like kind of playmaking it a little bit.
Right.
It was just the perfect time for them to talk to each other.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, honestly, their worlds just, that sounds stupid to say. Their worlds don't collide because he does a show every week with Schultz.
With his homie.
But it's like at the same time, it's like, that doesn't collide though.
It's
either.
no,
you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's almost like they pass very close by each other.
Yeah, but they're not overlapping.
Well, also, what do you speak to Charlemagne today about if you're not speaking about politics? Like, if you're going to bring Charlemagne in to talk about anything on your show.
And black women.
What are you going to actually bring him in to talk about?
That's the thing about Joe Rogan, though. Unless it's an expert in the field, he's truly curious, I don't think he just has a bunch of questions queued up for these niggas.
He doesn't. He just
you can tell by his interview style.
He's just talking.
A genuine conversation.
He's just talking.
They're just gonna talk about like fairies and Sasquatches and shit.
Honestly,
that's all it would be.
If you have one if Charlemagne got into Muay Thai, he'd be back up there for a solo interview. You know what I'm saying? Or if he started
got a crossbow.
Or he started doing ice baths every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like that's the bare minimum entry for Joe. It's comedy or one interest.
Or like a really big
it's
business move too. Like another really huge business move might bring it back up there.
It would have to make sense. I could see Andrew.
It just has to make sense. Andrew hasn't even been up there in a while.
Well, I think he's losing some of his, pull with the spare.
I think it's just a want.
He's still in tech.
I think it's just a want.
I think he's still cool, but I think I do think that
they're doing numbers over there.
But I do think that comedians are making, like, internally, I think they also look at Schultz a little different now because Shane Gillis made Schultz look a little bad too. Like Shane Gillis went up there and made him look a little bad, and like people fuck with Shane, and Shane is just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I think overall, like what you're saying, Cat Williams made all these niggas kind of feel bad because secretly they wondering who is who.
Yeah.
Like, am I the unfunny nigga he was talking about? And a lot of them know that they're the unfunny nigga he's talking about. They know so much that they even like, nigga, he can't be talking about Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
He's actually a funny comedian.
We all objectively know Shane is not on the chopping block.
Gillis.
Or Theo.
Or Tim Dillon.
That's true.
Yeah, there's certain people we know for sure not on that chopping block. And everybody else, and you don't want to be the first to go back, low key.
Yeah. No. The fact that even if you have to think about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you don't want to be the first out of that 6 to go back. Schaub.
Oh, but they all went up together because they had not Sober October.
I saw that. It's Sober October.
It was Sober October?
Or something like that. Yeah, I think it's called Sober October.
It could have been because it happened so recently.
Well, that was Burt.
It's the Sober October crew. That's the name of what they call it. But I don't think it was actually October. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
But I think they were doing some sober activities though. Because I saw the video what you were talking about. They were doing sober activities. Yeah. But what was the question?
You finished it. It was a Charlemagne on
I
Joe
forgot.
Rogan.
Yeah, it's just one of them situations. It's not necessary. The long list of niggas to go on Joe Rogan and repeat go is so long. It's like you can't even fantasize about niggas like Charlemagne coming back.
Yesterday, # office hours. Yesterday, Academics did a podcast with Flakko where he shared the same theory as me. Skip to 2 hours, 38 minutes on the interview. What are your thoughts on this theory?
Thank you, Black Rob.
The last Avatar.
Yeah, shout out Samuel. I say his name, Samuel.
What's the chapter title?
You tired?
I think it's the next chapter actually, but it's gonna be the streets are a myth and everyone's snitching.
Oh, okay.
So I did like a couple 5
Who's
seconds
serious? Is
before.
Flacco's Academics?
Yo, you know.
By the time we get on the tarmac, make sure y'all niggas there with a bunch of dogs. So now, Ali Lottie, the girl who's selling
You sound
pussy
like a
on
wind
this,
chime.
she ain't the one who put a motherfucking bunch of pounds of weeds under that plane.
No,
Who did that?
Wait though, right? So
Exactly.
look, if I made you an addict at 14 years old and you died at 21, am I not to blame now for like making you a fucking addict at 14 years old? So look, wait though, right? So look,
Okay, you're making a good point. Go ahead.
wait, right? So look, and that's why that man right there.
Keep going.
What's the content?
I respect.
I'll tell
Why? Cause at some point, Troy Ave said, "Hey, dog, it's time to tell these little kids, my nigga, this street shit is a myth. Fuck this street shit, right?" He did that. Why? Cause he realized, hey, yo, bruh, like, there's kids coming up who see me and say, yo, like, I'm trying to be like Troy Ave. And they see the image of Troy Ave, but like, don't see, yo, I'm taking care of my kids, my mama bills paid, right? I'm doing the right thing. I'm owning businesses. But guess what happened though, right? But guess what though? And he said, yo, no, don't do that. Future brainwashed that kid at 14 years old, turned him into a fucking junkie, and he died at 21. It's Future's fault.
And I want to speak for Troy. I know you and him probably
Talking about I think
Future and
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD,
Yeah.
So if I sold Lauren crack when he was 14, and he grew up and died
Or
at
stunted his
22.
growth.
Yeah, or stunning his growth, which
Stunted
is
his growth.
much more realistic. Stunted
funnier.
his trap development.
You sold him drugs and he couldn't get past 5 for 3.
I caused him to have a muscle
shit.
deficiency.
Wait, who has a muscle deficiency in here? Let's be real about that one.
We could
Muscle
talk about
deficiency?
Tony, but let's
Okay.
talk about you.
No, that's fine. You can keep it on me. But
you're
use
the
short,
smaller man.
Use the short joke. Don't use the muscle deficiency. Use something you can use. You know what I'm saying?
No, it would not be my fault. No.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be your fault? If you led me down this path, if you're the first person to start this, it becomes a habit for me. I'm hooked on this thing.
I help, but it's not my fault.
It's one of those things. All right, let's just pull up like a
But if I'm a child?
DMX. Let's just pull up DMX situation, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Like y'all remember his OG? I forgot his name. I used to remember that nigga name. But y'all know this.
But you was tapped in? Nigga?
Yeah, I was tapped in. But y'all know the story with DMX. You know his OGs. You know slipped him a
kinda
blunt with some crack in it.
Put some shenanigans, and he was just hooked ever since.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
but on some like, hey,
it's covert.
On some like, oh, it's a 14-year-old baby, you need some crack. Hey, I got you. That's you. You get what I'm saying? But because I'm not slipping inside your blunt. If you just want some crack from me.
But you don't think children are easily influenced?
I do, but
especially like, you know what I'm saying? If for somebody who's older,
they are,
and they want to know if this is a cool thing or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Maybe nobody could have convinced me to smoke crack.
Like
what
you know,
age is this?
but be
I feel
real.
like-
You don't have anything that when you were younger, like somebody influenced you to do.
yeah, but like
I didn't have enough role models.
Should we blame
Exactly.
Sexy Red for all of
There
like?
was an influence in
Should
him.
we blame Sexy Red for all the teenage pregnancies that are probably happening? No, like that has nothing to do with her.
She didn't know.
So it's one of those. It's a tricky thing where influence causes you to do something, but like you shouldn't be blamed for it.
Are you playing a part in it?
You're definitely playing
You played
a
a
part.
part, but you're not.
Okay.
You're not solely accountable because you didn't smoke them the crack.
And
They
for
did
the
that
example,
themselves.
this is a terrible example. A crack dealer selling a 14-year-old crack.
Yeah, it was a bad example.
Like that was a bad example, but
Really bad example.
all in all, like
He influenced him with the music at 14.
what you eat don't make me shit.
Which is another because that analogy you sold the crack is different than Future rapping
Rapping,
about
yeah.
doing the drugs.
Yeah.
See, that's even 2 factors removed from me trying to get you to do it.
Exactly.
I think y'all rationalize that a lot more than, man, this is a reach, nigga. Like,
What?
this is a reach.
Oh, we're reaching.
We're potted, nigga.
Yeah.
From
It's a reach,
Flacco's
bruh.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like Flakko was bigging up Troy Ave. Like, we're not gonna act like niggas were trying to take Troy's lives multiple times. Like,
Yeah, they were.
It's easier to tell a nigga not to go down this gang life when my life is. I've almost lost my life a couple times because of this. Like, sure, there are people who still have almost lost their life several times, like, and just never flipped to the other side. But it's like, he didn't have a rational awakening in terms of just like, I woke up one day and realized this isn't the path to tell people to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of forced there. They tried to kill him a couple times.
Which is what happens most of the time. Like,
Most of the time,
people
yeah.
are forced,
Right.
to, you feel me, like, go on
But
the right
yeah,
path.
music is an influence, bro. You can't blame nobody. Like,
Nah,
you
not
can't,
too much.
You
Not
can,
all the
the
way.
music can definitely influence you to do things, but
it's not the sole
blaming a
responsibility.
death mad years
Yeah,
later.
can't do
That's
that.
that's a crazy reach.
Nah, that's a reach.
That's a crazy
Crack
reach.
is one thing.
This you just probably want to tell him where to
Wait,
go.
we was agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought when he said y'all was reaching, I thought he meant us.
No.
he's talking about Flakko.
The Flakko.
That sounds like
the
what we
Flakko
just
thing is
said,
a
nigga.
crazy
This
reach,
is from the other show.
Yeah, office hours. I've been
Neutral.
curious, how does it work being a local rapper or whatever? Because I'm not from the Netherlands. Oh yeah, I answered this on the 3-0 podcast episode actually.
Right.
But it's funny too. In inspiration to this, Point and Sheik just dropped a video on Dejan again.
He's from the Netherlands.
About how little he knows about the music industry. That'd be an interesting one to watch as well too. That's if you want to laugh at Dejan.
Talking about Dejan.
Yeah, sassy Dejan.
Oh, you're talking about that video.
No, he dropped a new one.
Oh,
There's,
what?
there's a new hit piece last night.
You said
fresh nigga.
It's fresh off the boat.
Yeah, it's fresh.
He was
nigga.
at the premiere.
At this point, it's 2 days old. I was at the premiere for sure. Yeah.
Christopher Thompson.
With a
Yeah.
second red.
6586 #office hours. This might be old, but I haven't heard y'all speak on Schultz finessing his audience. We get pretty sure we have spit. They said it was never a streaming service that he bought his special back from. Then he urged his fans to go out and buy it for a limited time, just to put it on YouTube for free a month later. Was that scandalous, or was I tripping?
It all depends on what's true in that, because I've heard that theory that like nobody actually tried to buy that shit from, and that the
Yeah.
whole. But then that's just speculation. Like,
True.
I wasn't able to find the basis of why people were saying that.
I mean,
it just sounds like
Kyle
a Reddit
just said he
theory.
was a liar, or he's a truth exaggerator. So, I mean,
Well, yeah.
this could have been a scam. I mean, I at least have one solid piece of evidence right now after hearing both sides. One person said this nigga was lying. You know what I'm saying? So he might have been lying. He might have made this whole thing up, and that was part of the rollout.
He might have rushed his special.
No.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
I see what you said, but
Reach.
But
Possibly. I mean, if he's
you
doing
might add that to your set.
Yeah.
But like, oh.
Well, I don't
Sound
know.
like you
Yeah, I
did
don't know.
It kind of, the only thing that makes me think that this could be true is that
'Cause it came
nobody
out so
else really had a problem with the censorship thing with Netflix.
Yeah.
And they kept alluding, like, they never said who the streamer was,
Yeah.
which I thought that was kind of weird. But it always
kinda
felt
creepy.
like they
They
was talking
never-
about Netflix
That
because
never came out. Yeah.
that's who gives the bag. But like a nigga like Shane Gillis had no problems getting a special on Netflix.
They're speaking about it like it's a scam. I don't think it was a scam, and I don't think he really finessed anybody. I think he just like worded things like a salesman. So
Literally-
like I don't think it's
Oh,
like
so
a
he got
true.
scammed. They
I
got
don't think
scammed.
it's like a
Pretty much.
real. You know what I'm saying?
That's all
Which
you just
is
said.
it's
A good
You just got
salesman is a
scammed.
scammer. for
Yes,
sure.
yes,
You
but
just got
but,
scammed.
but in this case, he did not skimp on the product or anything. He just did things like he never. Somebody may have never bought it, but he was pitching it, and they all said no. So he was talking about that in a real way.
This is the special that was sold, and then they wanted him to edit out jokes, and he
Infamous
bought it back.
and infamous,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Because
Because
he sold this one. You're
He
talking
said
about
he
the
said he
previous
sold it. Yeah, he
ones.
said he sold it.
He said he
He
sold
said
it.
he sold it.
and he said he
sold it.
bought it back.
People are pretty much saying that whole thing was never even a fucking thing.
But I think
Which is
what
just
I think what
hearsay.
he's
Yeah,
saying
which is
was,
hearsay,
but
yeah.
I think what he's using, and this is just my speculation,
Yeah.
is that it wasn't really sold, and the people are probably right, but it was sold by this metric, and before it could ever go into sold category, he was like, I'm not doing that. So it's like, on all intents and purposes, in his mind is like, nigga, I sold it.
He was-
Like
he was shopping
it
it.
was shopping, and it was a done deal. They just wanted me to do this, and I said no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So technically, he didn't really sell it because of that
which
fact.
is in line.
Which is, you know what I'm saying?
Which is in line.
But
It's just
the-
playing with the truth.
It's just playing with the truth a little bit. So it's
Which
just
is playing with the
manipulating it
truth.
to. But it's like now I got to present it I got to present it this way now because I'm trying to sell something.
But the real problem is that you put that shit for sale and then you don't really tell people when it's going to be available on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
No, hell no. That's not a problem.
Like I said,
within 2 weeks.
I mean, but it's just like, as a fan who, I didn't purchase that shit.
As a fan who purchased it, you wanted him to get everything he could get. No, you wouldn't be.
No. I would be upset.
2 weeks wasn't crazy.
It wasn't 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
It wasn't 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks,
No,
Lord.
bro, it was a month. It says right here, a month later. It was a month.
That's his
Bro, I was there. I bought the shit.
White
I
man
was one of
said
the
it.
niggas who bought it. I bought it and watched it free afterwards.
I never watched it.
Oh, he sold you. You would have stand here.
Nigga, I'm telling you that I wasn't mad about it.
Because
I was like,
because it's
I also like Nipsey and Proud to Pay, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
it's one of those things.
Did y'all think it was good, Infamous?
It was alright.
Nah, it was okay. It was alright.
It wasn't me. It was alright.
I watched half of it. I said, I'm good on this.
I mean, it has some good moments.
You think
It has
your
some
shit
good
gonna be better than that?
Yeah.
I'm like that, nigga.
That's good bad.
I'm really
Yours
like
would
that.
just be regular bad.
I really like that, though.
Yours would just be regular bad.
That is funny.
That's good. I told you might need to put that one in your episode.
Nigga, I have more jokes.
All right. When you gonna work them out?
What is that first word?
Character
Charcuterie.
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 Okay.
Back to the charcuterie office hours. Since I'm usually asking about wrestling, I'll keep it that way. Damn. What would it take to get one of you all in the ring, whether it's local or on TV? Literally nothing. For me personally,
He'd pay you to get in there.
I might. If it was like $20 to do it, I'd do it. I'm just like, I'm with it. I've never been in a ring, but I would love to do. Who would you all want to wrestle against or with, like a tag team match, and who would you and who would win in an amateur wrestling match? Wrestling in high school? Oh wait, in the Olympics? Are we talking about WWE? Wait a minute.
We're not. We're talking about like
women's sports.
He's talking about the
wrestling.
Olympic wrestling. Not WWE right now.
Yeah, he's talking about like real wrestling.
Okay, this is completely different.
You thought you was
nigga. That's why I said
wait, this shit is serious.
That's why I said
it only take him 2 years.
That's why I said nothing at all. Like,
hey yo.
Also, Jay Noble's female Japanese wrestlers are called Joshi. I don't know what it translates to, nor do I watch it unless I want to watch Asian prawn.
Okay, there we go. And
he lying.
Okay, there we go.
You know exactly what it is.
And when was we talking about?
I was just about
what
to ask,
context was that?
Female Japanese
Because you brought it. You
That
was
must have
like,
been LOI maybe.
nah, it was on this show.
It had to be.
Hey, you was like, you were talking about wrestling, like it was the Vince McMahon thing. We're talking about wrestling versus Super Bowl, like which one has the
Yeah.
biggest shit, and you was like, yeah, the Japanese shit, hiya, whatever. that
Oh
shit.
yeah.
But what's the question again? What would it take to get us all in the ring?
Yeah.
Now in boxing ring,
Money and for AJ a Rey Mysterio mask.
I was about
Who
to
would you
say.
all want to wrestle against or with?
Yo, what
people
would-
whose asses I could whoop?
what would AJ's costume be? What would Lauren's costume be?
Well, I'm confused
They
because
gonna have
I don't think
tattoos
Lauren's gonna be wearing enough clothes.
What?
it's kind of
Why would you even say that, nigga?
it's kind of like it's kind of confusing because it does kind of go from like WWE
It
reference
does. It does.
to like wrestling.
It
Kurt
went from
Angle.
what you thought to
to
actual
like
professional shit.
If I had to choose a tag team partner, I'm choosing Lauren. I need a high flyer on my team.
Somebody you can throw in the air. That's fair.
I need a nigga that can flip onto ropes.
Well, I probably got the most wrestling experience in here.
From what?
Who would you want to wrestle?
Starting wrestling in high school, not finishing, but I wrestled a
Tag
little bit.
team?
So you're the first to fail at wrestling.
I left. I left. It was one of the most taxing sports I've ever done.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
It's very
And
hard.
it's just so
Nigga, I
good.
went to
Yeah.
like 3 wrestling practices. I was like,
Yeah.
holy.
Yeah, it's one of the
'cause I
most
thought I
taxing.
You
wanted to
thought
do
being
it.
big was gonna be enough.
Nigga.
No, and actually,
sorely
yeah.
mistaken.
Technique is everything. And
Serious.
Yeah.
Bro, flexibility.
Yeah, flexibility, technique,
And
all
also-
that shit is
yeah,
everything.
yeah, that
nigga.
shit is serious.
It's, yeah.
Hip mobility.
I never.
Yeah, mobility.
I used to wheeze as a baby. I had wheezing problems, like breathing problems, a little bit when I was a kid. It all came back. Like you know what I'm saying, like I was.
Yeah,
it was
nigga.
rough.
Yeah.
It
You
all
want to
came
get in
back.
shape, do some wrestling. Like
Yeah,
some Olympic
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
Nigga, any type of combat, nigga, you're gonna get right.
You're gonna get right.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
get right.
That's
Yeah,
just
you're
probably
gonna
the
right.
most taxing. But yeah, for sure, I'm choosing Lauren. Off rip. AJ's too slow, and
Are we
Tone.
talking WWE?
Tone is
It's about
125.
style, nigga. It's not even like
I'm talking about
Yeah, that's what I'm
WWE.
confused about.
I'm talking about WWE now.
WWE.
too slow, nigga. I'll just
He moves like Kane. He's gonna move like Kane in the wrestling games.
What? Are you crazy?
I take
nigga?
AJ. I feel like we'd be a better attraction because
And I'm cheating, nigga. I'm like, I have like not Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Nigga, I lied, cheat.
You gonna throw the chair to me and fucking fall down?
All type of shit. Hell yeah, nigga. We're getting W's out here. I can promise you that.
Said dirty. Jesus Christ.
That's funny as hell.
But if I had to like, if it wasn't, if it wasn't somebody like, I'm trying to think if it'd probably be The Rock. Like if I had a tag team partner, like from like something like that.
Something like that.
I'll probably, if I had to choose The Rock, just because I'm not too sure of who he is outside of wrestling, I wouldn't choose The Rock. I'll probably choose a nigga like Mark Henry or something. If I had to choose a black dude, a Booker T.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin as tag team partners was always my favorite
Always the
combo.
best.
Because they
it was so ridiculous. Like
it was like
they were the best on opposite fields.
Yeah.
Grimy
It
and
was
clean cut. Like
and heel in the face.
But the fun is
were they both heels? They were both kind of heels.
They've had moments like Rock had a heel moment too.
The Rock was supposed to be a face, and then he just turned heel.
But he was a good guy that wasn't like against dirty shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
and they wasn't really fucking with The Rock at first. I think that's why he had to switch his whole persona.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah. It took him a while to. It takes a lot of wrestlers a while to like get accepted by the crowd.
Nigga, it's hard.
Kind of like telling the joke on stage, right?
Yeah, but I can do it
man,
fast.
I might
because I have social media.
You think you better at telling a joke or doing a suplex? Like, nigga.
Yo, we should have a challenge show where AJ just does different shit because he thinks he's John Henry.
I would do good. I would do very well in each one.
Now that'd be
Oh
fine.
my God.
Yeah, somebody in the comments curate a show that we can do along those lines, please.
Nigga,
Send
I
an
would
email.
go crazy. Bro.
AJ tries everything.
Yeah, I have no problem. We can make that a sideshow.
Send an email. What do you think it should be?
I'll host it.
We just gotta start doing challenges.
All creative stuff.
Yeah.
All creative stuff.
Yeah, 'cause
You
like,
mentioned Howard Stern goes hard. Do a reaction on Opie and Anthony Patrice O'Neal prison story. Go in cold. It's more hilarious for the rest of us.
pretty sure we've all seen it.
It's no cold to
I've
go
already
into.
seen it,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna act like I didn't see it.
I almost don't want to even like bring that up
No.
because that's just like that's one of the moments where Patrice was really fucked up. Like it was weird.
Yeah.
You could tell he was nervous.
Yeah, nah, man. Patrice, man, shout out to him, man. He's resting, man. God bless his soul. But that story, which we've all seen it, right? Or heard of it.
We've seen it.
It's-
I've seen it. Yeah.
It's probably outside of that gambling story,
Yeah.
top 2. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're
in
right.
terms of stories,
In sort of podcast stories
Like-
that have been told on podcasts. Yeah.
it's like he was just supposed to like fuck this bitch. It's gonna be the best train ever.
Supposed to be the best day of his life.
Yeah.
then,
That was. Yeah. We've all heard that story for sure.
Yeah.
That's why you don't share hoes. But
Should Flakko leave no jumper for the academy, which is a thing that I was alluding to that could happen? Should? No. Could?
Should?
Maybe.
I think he would probably be happier there.
I think he would do a lot better.
Yeah.
I think he would be happy.
He's too good for everybody there, talent wise. In terms of like, bro, they have trash talent over there for real. Like,
And no jumper?
It's really just like if we're talking just overall podcasting, it's really just Adam and fucking Flakko.
That take it serious.
And Flacco's not even like that great at podcasting, like chemistry wise, in that environment. Over,
He's
like
not.
with those
Not in that
niggas,
environment,
like
no.
With them, and that's probably what the problem
with
is.
them. Like,
it's
but
funny.
with him and Act,
They were kicking it.
that's engaging content.
He
right
has
there.
different speech patterns with these
Oh
niggas.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's so many weak performers over there.
Yeah.
Like podcast wise, it's even if you are good, it's like nigga, I have to work with subpar talent all the time.
Yeah.
It's like not even fun no more. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it makes you look bad when you're around people that you don't click with as a pod. We're just watching a bunch of forced podcasts.
The
every
whole
week.
process.
Yeah,
That's all it is. It's a bunch of uncomfortable
Honestly, he would do
people.
great if he would pay him a similar salary, bro. Academics, Flakko would really put the academics
He would
on
shine.
the map.
He would shine.
I thought Troy Ave would have made some noise by now. There's shit really going on over there. So
You know,
give him
No
time.
Jumper has really turned into the thing I watch the least out of anything that we even talk about. I don't watch shit over there.
I'll tune into the Adam and Wack.
Like, yeah, like
Just
I
'cause
tune into that, but I still
like
don't
it.
stay long anymore.
I'll tune into what's necessary for the No Jumper sphere. Like whatever is homework for this podcast.
And like
is
clips
probably
and
what I'm
stuff,
gonna
but
look at.
like,
It depends, right? Like I try to watch a little bit of everything.
even Adam no longer has like turned into person who I want to listen to interview anybody.
I still had faith in Adam that he was going to make a recovery. Till I saw that Vlad shit, I said, "Whoa, I hope this was a reality check."
It's a dark cloud above him.
Yeah, because nigga,
if there's a time for Flakko to bail, nigga, it's
jump shit.
Man, if Flakko left right now, bro.
Oh my God!
But he got to be getting paid the most at No Jumper.
I think
right?
he is for sure.
Yeah, no
I
way.
think he is.
No way, he's not.
This nigga able to live in LA.
But he's way too valuable. Like
he does the most for No Jumper. He should be getting
literally.
paid.
Yeah, bro. Nobody else has any motion outside of that shit for real. Like,
and nobody else does more for the company outside of Josh and like the regular niggas. But
of course, like the people who are really there. Yeah,
but
I know what you mean.
Flakko, the team,
in terms of being a content creator,
ironic.
Yeah, because
how
Flakko does some of the No Jumper, not the news posts, but what you see on Instagram, right?
Yeah,
I think so. And
I think he kind of graduated from that too. Remo does that more,
and he probably overseeing this nigga. Manager now,
peer reviewing it for him, making sure everything's intact.
And it's crazy how like Whack 100, I feel like he takes podcasting
Adam
serious.
Whack is the only show over there that
That's
show is
kind of
still
decent,
salvageable.
It is still successful, even though it's like it's still good.
But Whack
here and
100,
there.
I feel like he takes podcasting a little bit more serious than like Suspect, a nigga who actually needs it more probably.
Whack 100 sucks at podcasting. Actually,
nah,
he does.
He's good at.
He's
talking.
He's a cool dude.
Good at talking.
He's good at
Yeah,
wanting to talk and having an opinion.
and having things to say, nigga.
But like to this day, he still brings up niggas we've never heard of from Clubhouse.
Like we know them
from his
like,
hood.
It's okay to do that.
It's
but
okay to introduce, but you keep telling me like I'm supposed to know them.
Oh boy,
he continues to call people. I can tell you, I got it in my phone. You know what I'm saying? It's like
He's
I
50
call him.
though.
It's like
he's
God.
50. He's a 50-year-old nigga. We
That
can't
shit is
forget
crazy.
that. He an old nigga.
Yeah.
Shout out all the old niggas. Shout out Cletus watching this.
Yeah. Is there any more?
Nah, that's the last one.
Okay.
Oh wait, let me take a look. Yeah, that's the last one.
Damn, y'all. It wasn't like y'all working last week, huh? God damn. We had like 6 the week before.
That was six right there.
That was
about
six.
6?
That was about 5
1, 2,
at
3,
least.
4,
Yeah, 5 at
5,
least.
5, 6, 7. That was like 8, but like one of them went to another joint.
Oh shit.
We had a lot
So
this
7.
8 didn't feel like enough. We need 8 more. So we need more office. So we need more office hours, niggas.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work it around our schedule if we get 8 more.
Yeah.
But 16 to 20 office hours, it sounds suitable for us. So if you have forgot.
16 to 20.
It depends on the question, because 16 sounds crazy.
You never have too
like
many.
Some of those were just like, just little one-offs, like, and it required too much elaboration.
But
nigga, this is homeroom university. There's students in this comment section.
Yeah.
We've gotten soliloquies and fucking paragraphs before.
That's a fact.
It can happen.
It's a fact. There are essays being turned in.
Be careful what you wish for.
that was fine.
Nigga,
Yeah.
there's full reports in the fucking bio.
Yeah.
You can never have too many, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all do have any questions or concerns, y'all know what to do. # office hours.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for being passionate enough to type that long.
Yeah.
To care that much.
Literally.
Hey, we're done.
Beautiful episode. A lot of arguing.
Now you gotta close it like AJ. We out this bitch.
No, thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget us to rate us and listen to us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of those good things, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, write a review too when you do the rating.
Write a review.
I think you can do that on Apple. I don't know
You
about
can on
Spotify.
Apple.
You can most definitely on Apple.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you
Yes.
definitely can on Apple.
I think
yeah.
on Spotify it's just stars. There's
You
no
can
there's
leave a
no
question
rating section.
for Spotify.
You know what's funny about Spotify? Like, they won't let you rate a podcast that you haven't watched a couple of.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
That's kind of
That's
fire.
good.
I noticed
That's good.
that.
It's like
Spotify
good and
hard.
bad, but that is kind of fire
Yeah.
because like
Nah, that's good.
as soon as
You
I
don't have a
followed it,
real
I try to do it a couple times, but I don't ever listen to our podcast on Spotify. If I
Yeah.
do, it's on Apple.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, I have to run it up a little bit just so I can
Exactly.
drop my own 5 in there.
Ain't no
So-
faking over here, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They are. You got to be real over there.
Spotify is the best platform for podcasting. Like
Yeah.
Spotify is the only platform where you can go to the show and search a specific episode within the show.
Specific episode.
Like
you can go, you can
within
type
the
in
show.
If
like,
if you went to Apple to find
You
like
just search
277 of Brilliant Idiots, you got to keep
yeah,
scrolling.
like I
Or
typed
you
in,
just search 277 if they're numbering them that way.
yeah, like I literally
'Cause it'll
typed in
just- it'll just
JRE.
Yeah, it'll
3.
just pull up in the regular search. It won't like when you click on the podcast, you can't search within it, but you can just search for that episode number and it'll pop up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You learn
Well,
something new
Spotify
every day.
makes it easy.
And this is why this is homeroom university, where you learn good things. But it's been a beautiful night. Thank y'all for watching. It's been great. Jay Nobles.
Don't groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
We out.
And we get the fuck out.